Hello everybody and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are back here with some girls soccer. It's the senior night for the Silver Knights. It's going to be the West Deptford Eagles going against your Sterling Silver Knights. The current conditions outside today was a bit hot today in the fall breeze. It's 76 degrees. Winds coming in around 6 miles per hour. Humidity was quite low though, so not too misty outside at around 28%. And today's forecast is sunny. So taking a look at the Colonial Liberty Conference, very competitive this year. The Green Wave taking the Liberty by storm, 7-1 in the conference, 13-2 overall. West Deptford right above Sterling, 4-3-1 in the conference, 10-3-2 overall. Sterling right under West Deptford, as I mentioned, 4-3-1 in the conference, 6-6-1 overall. Haddon Township 4-4 in the conference, 9-5-1 overall. Haddonfield 3-4 in the conference, 5-8-2 overall. And then the Garnets at the bottom, 0-7-1 in the conference, 4-7-2 overall. So since 2012, West Deptford leads 13-8-1. Sterling outscoring opponents this year 19-17. West Deptford outscoring opponents 29-13. Sterling has won 4 of the last 5 versus West Deptford. West Deptford's last win came in September 2024, and Sterling's last win came in October 2023. So the last meeting, West Deptford won 3-2. Sterling's 2 goals scored by Montgomery Dram. Sterling Antonia Troilo, one of the seniors, with an assist. West Deptford goal by Lexi Varela. Another West Deptford goal scored by Talia Thomason. And West Deptford's goal scored by Katie Soper. So taking a look at some of the statistics this season, Montgomery Dram leading the way with 26 points, 12 goals, 2 assists. Antonia Troilo coming in with 12 points, 3 goals, 6 assists. Lily Byrne coming in with 4 points and 4 assists. Valentin Secchi, 2 points, 1 goal. And Elise Simpson, 2 points, 1 goal. And then the brick wall, Maddie Sims coming in here with 13 games and 162 saves. And then West Deptford coming in here, Ella Simcoe, the freshman, leading the way with 21 points, 8 goals, 5 assists. Lexi Varela coming in here with 15 points, 5 goals, 5 assists. Adea Tigi coming in here with 10 points, 4 goals, 2 assists. Talia Thomason coming in with 8 points, 3 goals, 2 assists. And Addison Franza coming in with 5 points, 1 goal, 3 assists. And the goalie being Brianna McKeever with 12 games and 106 saves. So I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak. Today's broadcast, beautiful night outside today. Going to celebrate some senior nights for these girls, the 8 seniors on the Sterling roster. And Max, what are we going to expect from this game today?
Okay, well, here's what I think. After looking at those standings, division-wise, they are exactly even. Outside the division, obviously, it's a little less of a balance, but I think regardless, it is very balanced overall, team-wise, team composition-wise. 2 very good keepers both sides of the ball. I think if you're attacking in this game, you have to be as cautious as you can be about moving around the team because you have to make the right passes to get the goal in. Because while it can be high scoring, this could also be the most defensive match you've seen. It all depends on how you get out, scoring-wise, how quick you score, and how often your passing is, because you have to find the right gaps to get through to make your offense work against these 2 pretty evenly matched defenses.
And I mean, as I mentioned, 8 seniors being honored tonight, senior night. I mean, just an outstanding job these 8 seniors have done for this program. And I mean, Max, from a program that went to, they competed, but not to the asset that they have been. And now, Coaches Cup champ and one of the top dogs in Group 2. Just explain how far, this program has really went.
Well, every program starts somewhere, starts definitely on the lower spectrum. You can't come out the gate really, impressive, and I think they knew that going into it. They knew it was going to be a gradual build, and they treated it as such, and it has paid off immensely. They went from a team that was, always on and off, someone you could see competing, but it all depended on how they went through, to a team you expect to be pretty solid going into the seasons we've seen the past few years. And I think it's really an astonishing thing to see as you look through, the games that we've watched and we've covered together. These Sterling Lady Knights, even in defeat, have looked strong. It's hard to deny them of, the prowess that they have for this game and the knowledge that they have how to make the game work.
And taking a look at the sunset over the city of brotherly love, I guess you could say this is really sisterly love in this program that Sterling has built. And, again, cursed by, the injury bug. At the start of the season, Cami Rivadis, Elise Simpson, and obviously Ireland Kay went out with injuries to start. And over time, they all have progressively come back, but, just hasn't been the same kind of feel.
The good thing, there's always I guess it's kind of a devil's advocate-y thing to say, but there is light at the end of that tunnel, and that's you've seen that even without the main stars, that you can go into it thinking, they're going to need these people. They need to play, with these guys, or they're done. They've shown time and time again they're a strong unit. They're not just players. They're a team. And while all these players are pretty even together, and regardless of experience, they know how to play off of each other very well. And I think that's one of the main parts as to this season being such a nice story as to how their year has turned out thus far. And I think this is really one of the most evenly matched tests they've had. If they can keep up the form they had, especially with the people that were on injury list now kind of off of it, and they have a lot more of a full complete team with their all-stars in this roster, I think you really see the full potential of the Sterling Lady Knights here tonight.
So no shock because of senior night. Senior Kara Chestnut is going to get the start in net. Maddie Sims waiting eagerly on the sideline. Kara's been a backup for Maddie Sims the past, I would say, 2 to 3 years, ever since Maddie Sims has come into Sterling. And, I mean, we call her at every game the brick wall. I mean, how much of an impact is she going to play today, Max?
I think, obviously, after the initial start for honoring the seniors, she's going to come in, and she is going to make all the difference. Like I said, obviously, the defensive line in itself is pretty solid, but if you have someone like Sims in goal, that's what you got to focus on no matter what.
And coming towards the middle of the field, Ireland Kay, obviously, moving as much as she can, but coming in with that brace towards the middle, right at the 50-yard line. And just a great moment for Ireland Kay. We saw something similar like this last year with Bridget Dixon. This year, meaning a lot more to Coach K. And, I mean, this is the last wave of girls who really played a big impact on this Coaches Cup run. And now, leaving ship. But getting ready for some of the new girls to come into town. I mean, for example, one girl off the top of my head, Molly Hoffaker, been an absolute great player on that defensive line. And she's really come into her own ever since the start of the season.
And I think there's a lot of instances where there are people on the back half of, experience-wise, the freshmen and the sophomores on this roster that do a really good job. Taylor Baker's shown some good flashes throughout. There's been a lot of great opportunities for these young guys to come in, and I think they're going to show out once these seniors are gone because they've had such good mentorship from them.
And as we mentioned, Ireland Kay is going to take the opening kick here for the Lady Knights. Definitely an emotional moment after she suffered an ACL injury preseason. And here is the kick to her partner, Tony Troilo. So just a great moment for the Lady Knights to start off this senior night as Ireland Kay gets the opening kick to Tony Troilo. And the seniors come in for one big hug. Just a really great moment to celebrate with Ireland Kay, who unfortunately suffered that ACL injury at the start of the year.
It's one of the most heartbreaking injuries in all sports, having just knee injuries in general, but the ACL and the MCL really can make or break careers if you don't, recover from them. And, you wish Ireland all the best in her continuous recovery.
Yeah, Ireland Kay attending LaSalle University next year, hoping to continue her journey playing Division I soccer. Obviously one of the cornerstones of this, I guess you could say franchise, or I guess you could say the program that Sterling Knights has built, as she gives a big hug to her father, Coach K. So the time on the clock is 39 minutes and 48 seconds, so about 12 seconds into action here. And the first throw-in is going to be thrown back towards Sterling, so a little bit of sportsmanship shown by West Deptford there. And now we're going to get ready to start the game here. I'm Danny Lincoln, joined by Max Zubak in the booth, ready for some senior night, honoring these 8 girls on the varsity lineup and the 11, including managers. So Tony Troilo is going to take it off the far side to start using her blazing speed. Has Karina Justice in the middle. Good box out there by West Deptford to let that one trickle away.
If you take a look here, good run on the side from Troilo, but she just has, only one real player to really play to, if possible, and it just wasn't going to be there. And it results in a goal kick that was kind of inevitable from what you were seeing. Kick goes.
It goes towards the middle. West Deptford's going to be the first one to play it. Chip forward by Dram. Dram was really Ireland Kay's counterpart last year in that midfield. I mean, I think Dram played more of a striker approach to her game, but had to move back to the midfield this year, again, of course, due to some injuries, and has really come into her own in that midfield spot, being as a diverse player as she could possibly be. especially at the talent that she puts out on that field.
She's shown what a great center forward can do for a program, as you can drop back and be kind of a center attacking mid, or you can also play up as that center forward, even play striker from the middle of the field, and I think she's been really good at that versatility aspect.
So the ball is hit out. It's going to be a throw in here for West Deptford. The Eagles having a great season this year, as we mentioned, 10-3-2 overall, 4-3-1 in the division, 4-2-1 away, has only allowed 13 points. So definitely a pretty star-studded season for this West Deptford team. And as we mentioned, really the star of the show, Ella Simcoe, having 8 goals, 5 assists, 21 points. Just such a breakthrough person for these Eagles.
It's a very impressive start to her high school soccer career. A very impressive stop there from the Lady Knights. As we keep going through, you watch the things that she can do, this being Simcoe, only at a freshman level as well. We've seen that on the guys' team as well with the Coro, who has a lot of potential, and potential for this play as well. Here, look.
And Tony Troilo going towards the middle, has to cross over a defender, trying to get to the ball. A good muscle away there by West Deptford and the ability to clear. So the Kara Chestnut stop leads to this. Tony Troilo almost having a big opportunity here at senior night, but gets denied by this West Deptford defense.
It's kind of what I was saying before. You got to get the attack around the defense instead of trying to play through. You've got to find gaps made from the way you play, and I think it hasn't been in these opening moments the best, just because they're kind of running themselves into pits with his 3 or 4 defenders.
So now West Deptford trying to go the other way here early in this first half. About 4 minutes in. Molly Hoffaker playing along the side. She was battling with Sopper. Trying to throw it forward. Tony Troilo, the first one to it, defended by number 2, O'Loughlin. West Deptford ready to set it the other way. Nice play by Hoffaker to keep it in front of her. Nice move by West Deptford, and the Eagles are going to try and fly the other way. Eagles moving along the outside close to us, trying to get past this Sterling defensive line. Crossing it towards the middle. Looking for a shot. Getting to outside the box. Loading, firing, and that one's going to go wide. So a big opportunity for the Eagles. That shot by number 17, Riley Walsh, the sophomore, but it went nowhere. This game stays 0-0.
It was a freshman to sophomore connection almost for this, close to being a goal. As we see, we saw the, approach from Simcoe on the wing to try and cross it, and obviously the end result wasn't there, but it isn't something, especially outside of the box, you can fully count on someone scoring.
So now Sterling looking to go the other way. Quickly swarmed by the Eagles. Now they cross it towards the middle. Justice has it at her feet, gets it stripped away. Dram picks it up, and now she's going to try and cut upfield. Montgomery Dram cutting upfield with pace, and that one taken away. A nice defensive play by the Eagles.
It's a good idea, but a bit of a lack of control, really.
Emma Sobieski, the senior, one of the seniors for this West Deptford team, making a nice play on the ball. Smart play as well. Make sure she did not pick up a foul against Dram. And now West Deptford looking to go the other way. A nice recovery by Simpson to try and muscle up the ball. Crosses it towards the middle, and a nice clear by Shinseki. Justice is the first one racing after it. And West Deptford lets that one go by. The next TV game will be Wednesday. It'll be boys soccer versus Haddon Heights. That game starting at 4 p.m. And potentially could be a division clincher for this boys soccer team. But now Montgomery Dram turning it up the other way. Has Justice in front of her. Dram trying to get it towards Tony Troilo. Hits up. Justice is the first one to it, but a nice collection there by McKeever.
You take a look here. It's a good idea from Dram, but just off the header. It isn't really going to go much of anywhere. Good attempt by Troilo, but Justice just wasn't there for where the header landed.
So McKeever with the quick grab. Now the kick's going to go away. So Sobieski back. Ready to kick this one away here for the Eagles. Raises the arm. Ready to boot this one away. Gets it close to midfield around the 40-yard line here for the Lady Knights. They play it. Justice plays it off her head. Gets it stripped away by West Deptford. Way to keep it back. Now Lily Byrne has it on that far side, looking towards the middle, looking for Tony Troilo. A nice defensive play there by O'Loughlin. West Deptford trying to turn the tide and go the other way. Barbados tries to get it back towards Simpson, and now West Deptford with the takeaway, trying to go the other way. Simpson is fast, though, tries to catch back up. Simpson keeps him to the outside. They roll around. Simpson trying to make a tackle. Sterling doing a great job of keeping the containment to the outside. It's good hustle. But it looks like number 9, Ella Simcoe, who is definitely a threat against the Sterling defensive line, but a good job containing her towards the outside.
It was a good, really good counterattack idea from a little past, midfield into the Sterling side. It just couldn't quite get the job done, but I think if things like that keep happening, as they've happened a couple times now, it could be very promising, and a possible score could even come here off this corner.
So a corner kick here for the Eagles. Arm goes up, sends it towards the middle, and that one hits off the far post. That one could have been dangerous for West Deptford as it seeped past Kara Chestnut's hand and hit that far post.
We got 24 there, sending off from Sobieski. That was mere millimeters away from 1-0 West Deptford early on.
Mere millimeters, almost not even enough measurement to even describe how really close that was for the Eagles.
It's like on the atomic level.
Yeah. Sterling breathes a sigh of relief, trying to get the ball towards midfield now. Montgomery Dram kicks it over. Justice trying to be the first one to it. This one hit more towards the middle. And now here come the Eagles again. This one hit towards Kara Chestnut, a bit of a bobble, but a nice save there by the senior.
Well, I feel like there's been a lot more attacking presence on this West Deptford side. Both sides are taking risks, like trying to, pass over the head of the other players. It isn't really necessary. It's play simple soccer, and you'll make a lot more advancements than trying to do some tricky things, because there's really no way you're going to trick these two intelligent rosters.
So now West Deptford back in the offensive zone against this strong wall of Sterling defenders. A nice play here by Lily Byrne, kicking it out up towards Justice. Justice trying to get it back towards Dram. This one taken away by West Deptford. Dram recovers once again. Dram puts a nice move on a defender, now trying to go the other way. Takes it past midfield, looking for Troilo on the far side, but kicked away by West Deptford. Dram gets it back on her foot, pushing it up for Karina Justice. Karina Justice has the ball in her foot. Karina Justice putting one on net. That one's not going to have enough speed to get on the other side. And a big opportunity there for Justice. Looking on that far side for Troilo, but Troilo couldn't get there in time.
I mean, it was a great idea, and honestly, I think if Justice just waited that little bit longer, if you take a look here, she's got free reign. It's just, Troilo didn't have the speed. She was kind of unfairly matched by two defenders there. It felt like it just wasn't meant to be on that play.
So a close call by Justice. Someone we don't see very often in these games, making a big impact against a really strong West Deptford team. But this game stays 0-0. Big opportunities for both sides so far here in this game on this Monday afternoon. For this senior night, celebrating these eight seniors who play, including the managers, or not including the managers.
We'll see West Deptford pick up a foul here. It's going to be number 11, as it's going to be something we get here. It's a bit of a free kick style deal is what I'm seeing.
So now Simpson ready to kick this one towards the box. Simpson firing it on net, and that one's just going to go wide. McKeever not even making an attempt on the ball, so a big opportunity from Sterling. Doesn't get them any points.
It was good power, but just the aim was a tad off, but it's a good idea. It's something you don't expect to score. I really feel like how we're going for these things and them getting close on both sides, both teams getting close on set pieces. It's kind of difficult to not pay more attention and hone in when those come up later on in this game.
So the ball gets kicked towards the middle. Nice touch there by number 5, Varela. And taken away here by Lily Byrne. She's going to push it up towards Dram. Troilo also next to Dram. Dram seeps through the defense, and she pokes it on net and scores! Montgomery Dram gets her first of the night. It makes this game 1-0 Silver Knights.
When doesn't Dram score when we cover these games? She has won games for this team, and now we're only 10 minutes into the match, and she has scored one. she is going to be a danger for this, end of the season and next season because she's a junior. She's still got one more year of dominating the division to go. We were worried about, the seniors that were already established, but this junior might be at their level or even a little higher with what we've seen throughout this season, and she's had to take a leadership role. What a goal.
The Monmouth commit as her 13th goal of the season, her 28th point, and not a bigger moment than this on senior night against this West Deptford team, especially a division matchup for these Lady Knights. And Montgomery Dram comes in the clutch, getting the first goal of the game here for the Silver Knights, making this one 1-0. So that's one kick back. West Deptford's going to have possession. Karina Justice applying the pressure, trying to make a move, is West Deptford.
We're taking a bit of time here. Just a nice little, a short chip shot, and it goes to the bottom right corner. Wonderful stuff.
This one hit forward by Elise Simpson. Great job using her head for that one. Valachinseki in the midfield trying to stop. Karina Justice hit down. Looks like number 5, Varela, still going with it, but now getting it towards the middle. And now West Deptford trying to apply pressure the other way, taking a shot on goal here, and Kara Chestnut makes the easy collection here for the Lady Knights.
Even without Sims out there, it's felt like the keeper hasn't had much work to do. And take a look at the goal here. We're talking about keepers who had some work to do and just haven't been stepping up to the job early on. It's a great goal by Dram. Chips it over, kind of the spread keeping shot. It just didn't work out.
So Dram was trying to make magic happen once again. She got tripped up from behind. Definitely limping a little bit. Now Zazada takes it away from West Deptford, trying to kick it towards Justice. Varela steps inside, going one-on-one here with Justice. She tries to chip it forward. Chestnut comes out of her crease in a nice collection there by Chestnut. Chestnut doing an exceptional job in this game so far.
Even though she hasn't started once, Sims got into the program, it doesn't make her any less talented at the position. She still knows exactly what to do in the scenarios to keep the ball out their net.
This one kicked back to Hoffaker. Hoffaker's going to send it towards the middle. West Deptford the first one to it. Dram applying pressure. Dram with the takeaway. Has to cut upfield. Dram going one-on-one here, taking a shot on goal. And that one's in! Montgomery Dram is brilliant in this game so far, making this one 2-0 Silver Knights.
Montgomery magic. It's happened twice in the last few minutes. She is doing great. She's putting on a clinic early on. She makes a nice cut, a good decision to go for the power shot around the edge of the box. Keeper just doesn't see it coming, and it's 2-0 Sterling.
Dram with her 14th now of the season, her 30th point. Putting on a clinic so far in this game against West Deptford. As a nice save from Chestnut leads to the Dram goal. And again, great hustle by Montgomery Dram to take it away and then put this absolutely dazzling shot on goal, making this one 2-0 Silver Knights.
Basically Sterling's Erling Holland at this point.
So Montgomery Dram, pure scorer, again, playing that midfield, doing a great job this year. Now Sterling looking to go the other way. Tony Troilo trying to take it on the outside. Tony Troilo with a burst of speed. West Deptford trying to keep up. Troilo fights them off. Troilo looking towards the middle, and that one's taken away by that defensive line. Now West Deptford trying to push the other way.
This is kind of what I was talking about early on in the pregame little review we had. This is Sterling got to play basic ball. Just find the open gaps, make the right passes, and you'll get results. Because it's hard to really do any trickery. You just got to play as a normal game would flow. Don't want to do anything crazy. And that's what's gotten them 2 goals.
One of the more important things for Sterling to watch out for is their passing. Definitely have to be aware, making sure they cannot give any turnovers. Now having this pretty comfortable 2-goal lead over the West Deptford, they don't want to make any late mistakes as Justice trying to get past his West Deptford defender. Justice almost like a pest trying to weave her way in the nooks and crannies that she can fit into. West Deptford looking to go the other way, trying to get a goal. Trying to get themselves back in one. Sterling again playing some pretty impeccable defense so far, along with the Kara Chestnut goaltending.
Take a look at the goal again here. It's Dram, open field to go, makes a nice cut, finds a bit of a gap to go past the defender. The keeper wasn't ready, and she scores her second. Could be leading to a hat trick. Wait a minute, Troilo here.
So a nice move by Troilo. Has Karina Justice next to her. Troilo goes into the middle, puts a shot, a nice save there by McKeever. And Sterling really pumping the gas now Another big opportunity for the Lady Knights, but a nice stop by McKeever.
It was a good, really good run by Troilo, but like you had said, she had Justice right there to her right. I feel like that extra pass leaves the net wide open for Justice to take the shot and give Sterling a 3-0 lead, not even halfway into this first half.
So Sterling, dominance, the only word to describe so far of this West Deptford team, as Dram ready to take this corner kick here for the Lady Knights. She raises the arm, kicks it, trying to find that back post. That one hit away by a Knights player. Looks like it hit off of Allison Brown. This one's still in the middle, and an immediate clear there by the Eagles. And hopefully we can get a replay on that. It looks like a Knights player hit it out of their own net.
Looks like a possible goal.
So we're going to take a look here at the replay.
So right off the corner, it bounces off of Allison Brown off a bit of the shoulder, chest. Bit of a hit there, just doesn't really help, and it leads to a deflection for West Deptford.
But again, I mean, Sterling absolutely applying the pressure to this West Deptford defensive line. As we mentioned, the previous game these two teams played, Sterling lost 3-2 to West Deptford, now tying their scores from last match. Dram trying to push the ball forward for Troilo. Elise Simpson playing up in the midfield, trying to make a nice tackle. Gets the ball stripped away, and now Dram looking towards the outside towards Allison Brown. Brown attempting to keep it in, but that one's going to go the other way for West Deptford.
Another good idea. It's just, it felt like a bit of an unnecessary long pass. I feel like Dram might have been able to try and backtrack a bit and find an open pass to keep the ball moving and get someone closer to Brown to pass it to her. Speaking of Brown, a nice block to keep the position right as it stands for West Deptford.
So West Deptford's had their fair share of opportunities. Good goalkeeping play by Chestnut to start this game off. And Sterling doing a great job of finishing, which has been a problem that they've kind of had the whole season. Finally capitalizing on the opportunities they've been given today. So here's a nice chip up by West Deptford. Nice defensive play by Revatus, but West Deptford still going the other way. Elise Simpson with a nice hit out of bounds there. But to say Elise Simpson keeping pace, doing a good job of deflecting that one out of bounds. Nice switch off between her and Revatus. So now West Deptford here with the throw-in. This one taken away by Byrne. Cycling around this outer half, hit towards Chestnut. She punches it.
That's a goal.
And it's in the net.
Well,
so West Deptford.
Is it allowed or disallowed?
It is allowed.
It's allowed.
So West Deptford gets their first goal after the pretty late whistle call there by the ref. I wasn't hearing anything out there. We're going to take another look at that amazing goal from West Deptford. Chestnut not being able to get enough of the ball.
It was just a wrong decision. Went for a punch out. Should have been going for a drab. A drab? A grab. A grab. And that's kind of the difference in play style, though, from her and Sims. Because Sims has the height. He can go for those higher grabs. That really isn't what Chestnut can do as well. I feel like that's the differentiating from what their keeping can do. Is it's a long shot. It's hard to defend no matter who you are. But it's just that's the height difference that really makes the change. And the punch out ends up being a bit of an own goal type of situation.
So crucial mistake by Chestnut gives West Deptford a chance to get back to only one goal as McKeever comes out of her crease and collects it. So we're going to take another look at that goal. It looks like that one was scored by number 5, Lexi Varela.
Just unfortunate placement after the punch-out attempt.
So Varela with her 6th goal, her 17th point of the season for the West Deptford Eagles. And now another opportunity, but a nice clearance by Kara Chestnut as Shinseki sends this one forward, looking for Allison Brown. Brown trying to go cut towards the middle. Brown looking towards this close side for Adriana Zazada. Zazada cutting towards the middle of the field. Trying to get it up towards Montgomery Dram. Dram trying to put a move on a defender. Does a little spinorama, takes a shot on goal. And a nice save by McKeever as that one deflects off the post. That one's still in play. That one trickles out, and that one's going to be a corner kick for the Lady Knights. Another opportunity for Montgomery Dram. What a save by McKeever.
It's a great shot. Well, I feel like it's going to say it's a bit of a good attempt from the keeper, a good save from the post there. And I feel like it's been rough for this defending that has looked good in the past, performances, for this West Deptford team, and they just really haven't found out what they can do to counter Dram and her attacking play style, her kind of devil-may-care attitude to the shots as she shoots them from wherever she can if she thinks she has an angle.
So Dram almost with another huge opportunity to get her third of the night in the early stages of this first half still. Now West Deptford looking for their second of the night. A big opportunity here and a nice play there by Elise Simpson to cut towards the middle. And Elise Simpson with the takeaway and skies it towards midfield. Great defending there by Simpson. Dram punting this one forward, looking for Tony Troilo. Troilo gets it at her feet, trying to cut forward in a nice defensive play by West Deptford. That was number 2, Sydney O'Loughlin.
Again, this is kind of the balance we had seen on the standings. It transfers to the field. They're very evenly matched squads here against one another.
So Brown trying to kick it for Lily Byrne. A bit too hard on the kick nevertheless, and that one trickles out of bounds here for the Lady Knights. And you can follow us on Twitter or X at Sterling TV 19, where we have live updates of all the games and things happening around the castle. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter or X at Sterling TV 19. So this one punted away by West Deptford. Nice play by Cami Rivadis to keep it in front. Simpson trying to dump it deep. Kept in by the Eagles. Now they're soaring the other way. Simpson in a foot race here, trying to kick the ball away and does. She's going to punt it towards midfield, looking for Allison Brown. Brown gets a nice touch on the ball, trying to get it towards Dram. Dram can't get to it, and Rivadis is going to send it forward, looking for Brown. Brown applying the pressure. Size difference pretty noticeable from over here. Doing a great job of holding her own. Now Justice is going to check back in the game here for Allison Brown.
I do think size difference, while it's very important as just on the physical levels of the game, I think if you know how to exploit those above you height-wise, it's very, good to use the nimbleness you gain from being a little on the smaller side and find a way to get around and make a nice pass that could lead to some goals.
So we're a little over halfway in this first half. 18:35 remains on the big scoreboard here on the turf. Zazada reads the bounce well, trying to send it forward towards Troilo or Justice. Troilo gets a body on it, but West Deptford's going to send it the other way. Rivadis gets it back towards Simpson. Simpson skies it, looking for Troilo. Good defense by West Deptford. Dram tries to cut in the middle, and does. She gets tripped up. Whistle blows. And that'll be a free kick here for the Lady Knights.
I mean, it's a good defensive effort so she doesn't get to play on the ball, and that's also a bit of a handball as well from that West Deptford defenders. It bounces off the wrist forearm area. Could be considered a handball from the ref on the field. Regardless, a trip-up's going to lead to a free kick there.
So Simpson with another opportunity here for the Lady Knights. A lot of opportunities in this game so far. She sends it, a low-rising shot. That one trickles wide on the goal.
I think based on kind of the angle she tried to get on that free kick, looked like it was more of an attempt to pass, and then just no one was really there to get the ball. Because if that's the angle you're going for, I mean, granted, it's also possible it just wasn't really, the angle wasn't there. She tried to make something work. Nothing was there that time around.
So the right arm raises. This one's going to be kicked away here by Sobieski. That one kicked out of bounds almost immediately. That one dribbles over towards the home bleachers. This is going to be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. Hoffaker going to be the one to do it. As we mentioned, the youth on the Sterling team. Hoffaker, only a freshman, getting some really, really solid starting minutes since about a couple games into the season. He's done a great job doing them. So Montgomery Dram dribbles through the West Deptford defense, and that's a nice play by the defender. And, I mean, as we mentioned, Hoffaker being such a dangerous player for the Lady Knights only as a freshman, we can go on the other side and talk about West Deptford. As we mentioned, Simcoe with 8 goals, 5 assists, 21 points for this West Deptford team. It's such a successful team loaded with seniors, but she's only a freshman.
And, I think it's kind of like when you get into a major league sport, teams can't figure out the top prospects just yet because they don't have enough tape on them outside of their college endeavors. It's kind of like that for freshmen. You don't really see much out of the middle school, games that they play, or the games they play as a kid. So you really see them develop from freshman to senior year. And freshman year, if they're already like this, what can you expect in the next few years to come?
So Harmon, the new substitution here for the Lady Knights. Dram gets it over towards Troilo. Troilo trying to weave her way through the defense, has Dram as a trailer, also has Taylor Baker on that close side, but that was a nice takeaway by West Deptford as they're looking to go the other way. Baker gets this one back, trying to get it up towards Paige Harmon. Harmon gets it back to Hoffaker. Hoffaker has a second to scan the field. Hoffaker gets it back towards Harmon. And a nice takeaway by West Deptford. Hoffaker recovers, trying to send it towards the middle, towards Dram. She gets it over towards Elise Simpson. Simpson going to sky it, and that's a nice collection there by McKeever.
It's a bit of a desperation shot, but the point is, I really feel like there wasn't much of a reason to take a shot there out of just a matter of the plays going for a while. Let's see if we can make something happen. But she had an option to her right, could have kept the play going. Poor decision making.
So Harmon in the middle, playing that midfield position, almost like a defensive midfielder, really. Harmon does a good job on that defensive side. This one hit forward towards Taylor Baker. Again, mentioning the youth, just a sophomore. Hit down by West Deptford, and now they're looking to go the other way. Ravatis playing some solid defense. This one kicked up towards Simpson. She skies it, looking for Karina Justice. Hit over Justice's head, back over towards Baker. Baker going to chip it forward for Justice. Justice going to chip it past the defender and trying to use her speed to move her way around. West Deptford on that far side, doing a good job of cycling the ball through the defensive line right now, even with all the pressure. And now they're going to advance up the field. Pressure applied by the Sterling defensive line, but West Deptford's going to chip it forward and now has a seam. And a nice defensive play there by Simpson. Almost a huge problem for this Lady Knights defensive line, but Simpson comes in clutch once again, keeping this game 2-1.
It's a great pass, but a greater defensive effort. It leads to a corner, but we've seen, and obviously we've seen before earlier, the atomic level of distance between a goal and a hit off the post from before on this corner. We'll see if that happens again, or if it actually goes in the net this time. That's very possible, but regardless, no takeaways from the defensive effort there.
So now Sobieski going to be the one to kick it in here for the for the Lady Eagles. Say that. Yep. Sobieski getting ready, raising the arm up, ready to kick this one away here for the Eagles. This one hit up, cleared away there by Adriana Zazada. Doing a good job of keeping that one out of harm's way for the Lady Knights.
When you take a look here, it's a good corner. It's just not quite on target as she needed it to be. It's a defensive effort from the Lady Knights. It's just a little too strong to get that one to go much of anywhere.
So this one stays in their defensive zone, meaning the Lady Knights. Simpson trying to clear this one away, does a good job of doing so. Possession's going to stay in favor of the Eagles. Ravatis trying to kick this one out here, battling on that far side. Kicks it out of bounds, a nice defensive play to keep the Eagles at bay. It's about 12 minutes and 35 seconds left here to play on senior night. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak here in the booth. Having a great time on this Monday evening. It was the first day of Spirit Week here at the Castle. It was pink out. Very fun time participating in that, and tomorrow will be Hippie Day. So that'll be even more fun. I love Hippie Day.
I'm not really sure what's in my closet that applies.
The repertoire? Yeah.
To hippies.
I had to go shopping at Spirit Halloween yesterday to upgrade my Spirit Week wardrobe. Is now West Deptford trying to send it back into their offensive zone. Nice defense by Paige Harmon. Physical player, and that's a great defensive play by Harmon, chipping it forward towards Tony Troilo. And Troilo has it on this near side, battling with two West Deptford defenders on her. She uses her speed to try and progress towards the middle of the field. Has to go one-on-one here, play physical. Maybe trying to get a shot on goal, but West Deptford plays some solid defense in that one. Will be a corner kick here for the Lady Knights.
Troilo gets pressured and kind of takes it as a chance to try and force the clearance to get the corner. Or the throw-in, maybe. No, it's
gonna be a goal kick here for West Deptford. Did chip off her foot at the end there. Looking back on that replay.
Regardless, the point stands is that Troilo, while she goes up with a lot of speed, she slows herself once the pressure hits. She can't really go much of anywhere from the wing. She hasn't had many people to cross into the box with to get there, and I feel like that's been the main issue. While it's been good efficiency to get there, there's been no end result because there's no one to support an end result to come into fruition.
So Baker battling on that outside, doing a good job of keeping resistance on that West Deptford player. Justice applying pressure, causing West Deptford player to cross it towards the middle. Zazada trying to head it forward. This one played by Montgomery Dram, trying to make some Monty magic happen once again, but a nice defensive play by West Deptford, and they're trying to go the other way. Chips it past Harmon. Now 4 defenders to beat here. Chips it towards the middle. Chestnut comes out of her crease, clears that one away, gives it up towards Harmon. Harmon chipping it forward. West Deptford has another opportunity trying to put a shot on goal here, but Chestnut makes the easy grab.
Here's what I see coming from this play is that, the long shot, while it was a bit of a desperation, I think the shot attempt before that got denied by who we're zoomed in on here, Kara Chestnut, just I felt like there wasn't much of a reason to, move out. But regardless, you want to make the moments happen on your senior night, and she's been doing so thus far. Had a pretty solid performance. As a bit of a stoppage on the field here.
So not sure.
Maybe some close contact had happened in that scoop up outside of the keeper's kind of zone. Maybe they're checking to see if she was all right, but not too clear cut.
So Chestnut okay, everyone else okay, and we're getting ready to start back up here. Chestnut surveying the field here with about 10 minutes and 5 seconds left to play here in this first half. Sterling holds his 2-1 advantage over West Deptford. 2 Montgomery Dram goals, putting them over. Troy Lowe applying the pressure here, doing a good job of trying to make a turnover happen. And the ball just trickles away for the Lady Knights. And you can follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19, where we will have pictures of Max and my beautiful faces, the rest of the tech crew faces, and pictures of stuff happening around the castle. So make sure you go follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19. Crowd tonight, a solid one here on the turf, as we see pretty packed bleachers here for the Lady Knights, students, parents, grandparents involved. And many of these seniors, Justice trying to cut towards the outside, doing a good job of putting it forward, and a foul called on Justice as she's slow to get up.
Take a look here. It's a good play on the ball that just results in a bit of a slip there. I don't think there's much of a foul to be called there other than just a bit of a mishap after the bit of the tackling.
So Justice gets a foul called on her. One of the Sterling Channel 19 members we have on our crew getting some senior night action, and now chipping forward is West Deptford looking to make a crosser towards that far post, and that one just goes wide. So another opportunity for the Eagles with about 8 minutes and 35 seconds left to play in this first half. Goes nowhere.
There's been a lot of worrying long shots like this, whether off of free kicks or the set pieces like the corners or things like that where it's just out of the box trying to shoot from far, far away. And while one time it did end up working out, the other times they've been dangerously close to following that successful attempt's footsteps. And I think if you're going into halftime with the lead as Sterling is trending to go in that direction, yeah, with the backup goalie playing the first half, and Chestnut, and senior night here, celebrating her achievements that she's played through the years. I do think it's been a really good show of strength by this team to keep this lead maintained in attacks like that.
So a nice move by Monty, again trying to recreate that Monty magic. A nice clip there used by our very own Max Dubak as this ball dribbles towards the goal. A big mistake. Troilo shoots it on goal, and that one doesn't go in, does it?
I don't think it crosses the line.
The whistle was before. We're going to take a rewind. That could have been a big moment there for the Knights.
Well, let's see here if it crosses the line.
It could have been offsides there.
I don't. Well,
let's see if it scooches past the line first.
No, it doesn't. It's off the post barely.
Just barely. But there was also a whistle before, and now West Deptford trying to go the other way. Good defense by Revatus. Simpson falls. So Sterling without their leading defender, now cutting towards the middle is West Deptford trying to put a shot on goal. A great job there by Sterling to put that wall in front. That was a nice play by Paige Harmon, having herself an excellent defensive game so far. Physical play there by Sterling. That's number 22, Brooke Rota. Last time we covered the Lady Knights, she had a very physical defensive game. Is now Tony Troilo trying to cut towards the middle. Has Justice with her. Justice trying to creep past this West Deptford defense, and she puts a shot on goal in an easy collection for McKeever. And we're going to take a look at that almost goal by Tony Troilo, and I think what was whistled was an offsides call. It could have maybe been Justice. It even could have been Troilo. Nevertheless, that ball still never crossed the line.
I think the call was on Troilo making an attack from the other side, trying to scoop through and just maybe misstepping a bit because the cross was in her direction.
Yeah.
But either way, it wasn't going to go in because of the technicality of the line not being crossed.
So definitely, but nevertheless, another dangerous play for the Knights, as they have really done an amazing job of applying the pressure this first half against the Eagles. This was a physical play against Justice. That one called on West Deptford.
I know we've mentioned it earlier in the half, just the good performance we've seen from Justice throughout the game, getting herself open, having some good chances on the ball. And for senior night, I think it's good to get her all this play time. She doesn't tend to get in other games because it shows maybe she's deserved a little more recognition throughout the rest of the season because she has a very good skill set when she's out on the field.
Justice, pretty speedy to say the least. Nickname in softball's wheels is now Tony Troilo taking a cut towards the goaltender. A nice save, trickles past Justice, and a big clearance by West Deptford. McKeever staying strong against this high-powered Sterling offense, keeping this game 2-1.
I'm going to say that counts as a jinx, doesn't it?
It does count as a jinx.
Yeah, that's upsetting. Shouldn't have said anything. But anyways, great attempt and a good try to get him the ball. The ball was just a little quicker than Wheels.
So there is McKeever, only her sophomore year, doing a good job with 106 saves and only 12 games played. Definitely a little undersized in net, to say the least. Definitely doesn't have the height as Madison Sims does as she takes a fall on that ball. So we're about 4 minutes and 37 seconds here left to play in this first half. Sterling holding a 2-1 advantage over the Eagles off of 2 goals by Montgomery Dram and a goal scored by Lexi Varela. Off of a pretty crucial mistake by Kara Chestnut in goal. Fallon Shinseki trying to get this one over towards Troilo. That one taken away by West Deptford. Molly Hoffaker, the first one to make a play on the ball, along with West Deptford's number 3, Adaya Tiggy. Tiggy gets it through Hoffaker, and now is going to take it herself. Fallon Shinseki there to help, and that's a good play by Shinseki. She gets knocked down. Now West Deptford trying to get to that far side. West Deptford with a big opportunity here, but Simpson closes out. Does a good job of playing some good defense, physical defense by Simpson. She's ready to clear this one away here for the Lady Knights.
Simpson's been very determined on the defensive side of the ball all night thus far. I feel like she's made a lot of good stops. And I think she's been the main reason West Deptford's been, contained to just 1 goal thus far in the first half as we wind down with about 3.5 minutes to go.
As Max mentioned, 3.5 minutes to go on the big scoreboard here. Collection bobbled by Chestnut, kept away by Simpson, and almost another crucial mistake for the Lady Knights. Simpson doing a great job again. Max, as you mentioned, so persistent on the defensive side of the ball with almost, I wouldn't say game-saving, but definitely an important play to keep Sterling's lead going into half.
Yeah, I wouldn't say game-saving, but I would say lead-saving, which is what's important at the moment at hand.
So Zazada trying to look for Troilo. This one gets taken away by West Deptford. Crowd is loud with about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this first half. The Lady Knights holding a 2-1 lead over the Eagles of West Deptford. Speaking of, they're trying to cut up the field. West Deptford definitely applying some pressure in this first half, not as much as the Lady Knights have against their defensive line, as Dram trying to cut up, looking for Tony Troilo, seeking past the defender. The goalkeeper comes out. Troilo collides. And this one bounces back towards Zazada, and then finally cleared away by West Deptford. So another opportunity for the Lady Knights, but good defense by West Deptford. Baker going one-on-one on that outside. This one sent towards the middle, towards Simpson. Simpson turns and clears towards Baker. Baker kicks it up towards Revatus. Revatus gets it knocked down by a West Deptford defender.
You see Dram try to support the run there, and while We see a good attempt from Troilo. She just isn't quite there. The keeper, a bit of a collision with Tony Troilo. And after that, the ball goes nowhere except into the possession of the Eagles here.
So the last of the soccer senior nights, the boys one was earlier in the season against Triton. This one definitely in the latter half of the season against West Deptford, as we're nearing just under 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Substitution coming in here for the Lady Knights. Allison Brown is going to sub out on that far side. Trevadis going to be the one to throw this one in here for the Lady Knights. She gives a powerful throw over towards Taylor Baker, gets over towards Allison Brown, but sent back in by West Deptford. Simpson has trouble with it, tries to clear it towards the outside towards Baker. Baker makes a little spin, and that one's hit out by West Deptford.
If the last seconds go, as I don't think there's many, stoppage, time needs, except maybe at the start, that'd be a couple minutes added, but.
The official time on the scoreboard here at the turf there, Max, is the when it's going to stop. So we're just under a minute to play here. Around 40 seconds left to be exact. Hoffaker is going to send it in. Shinseki battling with the West Deptford offense. Hoffaker going one-on-one on this near side. Trying to hit it off the West Deptford player. And in possession of the Lady Knights. A great play there by the freshman, as she tries to throw it forward as quick as she can with about 20 seconds left in this first half. Simpson challenging on the outside. A big opportunity here for West Deptford. A shot on goal, and that one's in! West Deptford tying it with less than 2 minutes to play as Ella Simcoe puts it in her 9th of the season for the Eagles. It's 2-2.
I mean, it's what you don't want to see in the dying moments of the first half, but it's also a wondrous effort from Simcoe, who we've mentioned time and time again, the freshman sensation over in West Deptford on that Eagles side. It's well deserved. That attack has been constant throughout the latter half of this first one, and I think really that's the momentum shift that they needed going into the break to really build off of something and get a lead back to secure a victory over the Sterling Lady Knights here.
So Simcoe putting West Deptford on the board with 2. The first one was scored by Lexi Varela, and now Simcoe getting her first of the game. And seriously, that clock was really ticking down. Just a crucial mistake by Chestnut as the freshman gets the better of the senior, and now this one is going to come to a close here in this first half action. The first half action, nothing sort of great. 2-2 the scores. We're going to go to break here. We'll be right back at you after this commercial break.
Suicide is no joke. On average, one person commits suicide every 16 minutes. It's the 10th leading cause of death in America. It's also the 3rd leading cause of death for teens and adults ages 15 to 24. Depression is the leading cause of suicide. About 2/3 of people who commit suicide are depressed. Each suicide affects at least 6 other people. If you think someone is considering suicide, don't leave the person alone. Talk to them. Contact a teacher, a parent, a counselor, a coach, or a friend.
Speak up. You might save a life. It might even be my life.
Speak up. Save a life. Prevent suicide.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, how was the game?
It was great. We won.
I'm sorry I missed it.
It's okay. You can check out all the highlights on Sterling TV 19's YouTube channel.
Oh, wow, really? All right, I'll check it out then.
Bye.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and said that's all I'll ever be. Told me I'd never amount to anything. Or help anyone. But I didn't listen. I found my way. And now, I'm what I always wanted to be.
Hey, how was the game?
It was great. We won.
I'm sorry I missed it.
It's okay. You can check out all the highlights on Sterling TV 19's YouTube channel.
Oh, wow, really? All right, I'll check it out then.
Bye.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are back here with some second half action between the West Deptford Eagles and your Sterling Silver Knights. Very action-packed first half between these two teams, and we're going to hopefully take a look at some of the goals that happened in that first half, but we're going to take a second and talk about that first half. I mean, Monty Magic to start, really just such an impact player as we're about to see right here. Monty Magic with the first goal, chips it right over McKeever to start the game off for the Lady Knights, and then her second, just an amazing shot, soars past McKeever once again. Absolutely fantastic. A nice little transition there into the last goal for West Deptford, scored by obviously none other than Ella Simcoe. Creeps past Kara Chestnut in goal. And a quick summary of that stuff in the first half. If you're just joining us, I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak, and we're joined by the brick wall in net, Maddie Sims, who comes in here for Kara Chestnut into the second half. A tie game between Sterling and West Deptford. Big conference points with 40 minutes left to play between these two teams. So we're just about ready to get set. As we mentioned, Maddie Sims coming in the game here for the Lady Knights. 162 games and 13 games played. Max, sensational.
I mean, it's in the conversation for one of the best stat lines in this whole conference, in this whole Group 2, and even Group 1 conversation. She has been so consistent over the past few seasons, so good at her job in the net. And I think now with her in there for the entirety of the second half, West Deptford had some confidence against one keeper. Can they keep that against the other, who has already shown how much of a problem she can be no matter the opponent?
So it looks like Troilo and Dram at the attacker spot. Zazada playing the midfield. This one hit up towards Tony Troilo. She takes it on that far side, trying to make her way past the West Deptford defender, trying to cross it towards the middle, but McKeever comes out and plays the ball quite well.
It's quite a quick attempt, but it's a good one nonetheless. She has to get around. She gets around a little more than she had in previous attempts that first half. It's just the keeper's there to stop anything from going on further.
She sends it towards the middle. A nice touch there by West Deptford. That's number 11, Maddie Eastlack. Now West Deptford trying to make their way up, seeping into the Sterling defensive zone and making their way towards Maddie Sims, the new keeper in net. Big opportunity here for the Eagles, cutting back towards the middle. The freshman trying to take a shot, blocked by Simpson. Another opportunity, and the whistle blows for offsides.
That is I won't say lucky break, but a bit of something that's something to look at as you see the multitude of attempts against Sims. None just either get the chance to go or get past her. It's a tough task.
So now West Deptford trying once again to see past the Sterling defensive line. A big opportunity to start off the half for the Eagles. This one trying to chip up past the West Deptford midfield, and they do. Gets it over towards Zazada is Baker. Now trying to cross it towards the middle is Zazada, but taken away by West Deptford. Shinseki on the defense, but now West Deptford trying to break through, going one-on-one with Rhoda. And now a nice pass broken up by Lily Byrne. A great play by the young sophomore to get in there on the defensive side of the ball.
She's been very good at a little bit of the pressure. Obviously, it's been a lot more Elise Simpson in the clearance department, but she has not been the only one with immense pressure against this West Deptford attack. And that's another example right there in the sophomore. Very talented Rhoda.
So West Deptford on the attack. Simpson with a very physical play. One-on-one, no whistle. Sterling trying to go the other way now, start their own attack at the foot of Taylor Baker, trying to get it towards the middle. This one intercepted by West Deptford. So Sterling coming off very sluggish, scooped up by Maddie Sims, and a whistle blows because there's an injured West Deptford player.
I thought that might have been penalty kick worthy.
Oh, and it is none other than number 9, Ella Simcoe for West Deptford, down in a heap.
It was a good attempt to play on the ball, but I really think it was really just a cleat to the leg there on accident. I don't think there was much contact to the ball. It's definitely kick-worthy if it gets looked at. It's a round of applause for her as she gets up. She's been a very impressive player.
Yeah.
Gave West Deptford the game-tying goal ending the first half.
Impressive player indeed, with obviously 9 goals, 5 assists, 23 points on the season. She gets subbed out, gets checked out by Sean, but nevertheless, a big player now out for West Deptford for a small period of time. So Sterling looking to capitalize now with one of the big goal scorers for the Eagles out of the game. So Sims collects, surveys the field. Maddie Sims back in net, substituting Kara Chestnut after that first half. Shinseki makes a touch on the ball, kind of makes a weird bounce past her, and a nice play there by West Deptford. Shinseki gets the ball back, chips it forward. It's a great play there by Shinseki finding Byrne. Byrne gets a hit away. Shinseki now has the ball back at her feet and crosses it towards Zazada. Zazada looking forward, trying to make a pass to Troilo. That one intercepted. Shinseki trying to make a play on the ball, cannot. Zazada going one-on-one with a defender here, gets it over towards Dram, and now Dram looking deep towards Lily Byrne. A nice pass from Dram finds Byrne. Byrne crossing it towards the middle, and that's great defense there by West Deptford. My color announcer, Max, may have thought that was offsides.
Felt like it to me.
But they say it's all fair. Elise Simpson going to take it now, trying to find Byrne back on that far side. Byrne has it at the corner. Byrne kicking it, trying to find Dram. This one kicked away by West Deptford. Just a few moments. There it is. Shinseki back to play Simpson's position. Shinseki just makes the smart clear so Sterling can regroup. But nonetheless, a big opportunity for the Lady Knights.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I do believe this has kind of been how the game has gone first half and now early moments in the second half. It's been a lot of back and forth, but both sides. It's not really like how the basketball games when it comes to soccer are, where it's down the field, up and down, but it's more involved, player to player, as a team kind of weaving through the other. However, it's just not produced results consistently outside of a couple early goals and then late goals. On the contrary for West Deptford.
So Barbados playing great defense. Simpson again trying to make the clear and has a nice tackle there. Dram skies it forward, looking for Troilo. Great defense there by West Deptford. Another opportunity looking for Troilo again, and another great defensive play by West Deptford. You know, announcing from the booth, it's kind of hard sometimes. I can't really see the West Deptford numbers because they're in such a small print. But now Troilo trying to make another streak towards the net, and that one kicked away. So both teams exchanging blows, almost like a Rocky boxing match here, but none of them have landed for the KO. So now Troilo has it on that outside again, a big tackle.
Is what in the corner it looks like?
It is going to be a corner here for the Lady Knights, so a big opportunity for the Lady Knights to try and come on top.
Ooh, that's another close one. It could be looked at further, but alas,
there's no
corner,
VAR. Yeah, the little box. There's no VAR in high school soccer.
Clearly there is. It's right here. Just pull up the stream on YouTube, see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. Just scroll back a little bit.
No, that might have been it. Yeah.
Funny times. That actually may have happened before, but no detail further. Now Montgomery Dram ready to kick this one, trying to get it towards the near post. Finds Troilo. Troilo puts a shot on goal, but a nice save by McKeever to once again stop the Sterling set piece from capitalizing.
I mean, it's been a lot of good corners from both sides, and I feel like that header's been the closest Sterling's gotten to capitalizing on one. And it's possible that stays that way.
So an errant pass goes out on West Deptford. Now Barbados ready to throw this one in here for the Lady Knights. Barbados trying to get the ball towards Byrne. Byrne going one-on-one with the defender. It's off of Byrne, so it'll be a West Deptford throw-in. This one skied forward towards the middle of the field. Rhoda tries to hit it with her head. Gets popped up almost. And now West Deptford back on the attack. This one trickles past Barbados. Barbados getting help from Simpson. Simpson comes in to try and clear it. Barbados gets the clear. But now West Deptford going the other way. A big opportunity against Sims here. That one blocked by Simpson. And now cleared away by the Lady Knights. So West Deptford with their own share of punches against this Sterling defensive line.
You know, that felt like less of just straight strikes and more of just constant weaves through attacks no matter where the punches are trying to land until just that very end where he lets one slip and it goes back to Sterling possession-wise, and it's a long ball from the goal. That's what I feel like another thing. We don't really talk about it that much because it's not an aspect the keepers really get highlighted on at this level outside of their saves. She has been very good at getting the ball as far away from their own net as possible on these goal kicks, on these drives from their own box after a save. And I feel like it's something we overlook just because you expect it after watching it so long. You see it again. It's all the way to the middle immediately. It's been a lot of good, power that's led to some good attacks in previous games.
So Dram now has the ball at her feet, kicked away by West Deptford. West Deptford making note of Dram's attacking capabilities, kind of applying almost a double/triple team on Dram at times. This one hit past Hofbaker. Hofbaker has the pressure by West Deptford, has to make a move fast. West Deptford wins the ball, has to be careful to stay on side, almost see past the Sterling defense. Hofbaker still battling on that far side. This one crossed towards the middle, but nobody home, and Sims makes the easy scoop. Our next CD game will be Wednesday. It'll be soccer versus Haddon Heights. A big game that could be for the division for the boys. That game starting at 4 o'clock. It'll be myself and Max Zubak back on the call, giving you guys the game, and hopefully the boys win.
And then come Friday is another pretty big game, that time for football, though.
Yeah.
It's Haddon Township.
Haddon Township, the boys, it is our homecoming here our homecoming game here at Sterling.
It's actually a pretty interesting concept, having homecoming just next to a game.
Yeah, well, it's actually an even more interesting concept having homecoming game after homecoming, but nevertheless.
Might just be
This one skied away, hits the crossbar, doinks off. You need to hire that girl as a football kicker right there. That was a heck of a shot.
That was Jake Elliott going.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Sims gave a little hop, but that one was too far over. Sims raises the arm, ready to kick this one away for the Lady Knights. Bit of a low sailing shot trying to find Shinseki. Trickles towards the middle, finds Troilo. She gets it kicked away from her. Nice play there by Zazada to try and clear it up the field, trying to find Byrne. This one hit out by Roto once again. Byrne going one-on-one here. Nice play there by West Deptford. That's number 14. That's Talia Tomlinson. So substitution coming on here for the West Deptford Eagles. Pretty early in the second half with about 30 minutes and 19 seconds left to play. Game knotted up at 2. No goals yet in this second half. Chestnut in the net for the first half, but Sims has checked in for the Lady Knights at the start of the second. Last time these two teams played, it was 3-2 West Deptford victory. We're setting up for a pretty similar end here in the second half. This one advanced for Byrne. Byrne has Troilo on the outlet, finds her, has to weave her way through a few defenders and doesn't. This one hit forward by Simpson. Shinseki. Shinseki trying to go forward, chipped off of West Deptford. So it'll be Sterling possession. So Lily Byrne going to be the one to throw it in here. And just an update on the boys soccer score. It's 0-0 in the first, also going against West Deptford. Again, a massive game for the boys as they look to clinch the division title on Wednesday. But this is definitely a stepping stone for glory for the boys.
Yeah, and hearing 0-0, it's not surprising knowing the counterpart to the brick wall we cover here, Schmidt's over a net there, and we know the talents he has. It's going to be hard to score on him no matter who you are, no matter the stakes, because he'll raise them no matter if it's the first game or it's the championship.
So a funny story about Schmidt when we covered Haddonfield. It was a pretty lackluster game, but not now, as Troilo making a drive towards the net, cut off by West Deptford. And a big opportunity does not work once again for the Lady Knights as Troilo cannot capitalize.
Yeah, but they inch closer and closer to another opportunity, which is really what you want to see. If you're these managing on the sidelines, you want to keep seeing more advancement in the attack and keep finding ways to exploit this defense so you can do what you did in the first half, get a quick goal, and then try to maintain it, which the defense kind of took the foot off the gas late in the first half. You can't let that happen 2 halves in a row.
And now this shot by Dram goes wide. So Sterling attack at bay by this West Deptford defense. So as I was mentioning before that big play, after that Haddonfield game, I was approached by Travis Schmidt before I was getting my post games, and he goes, "Am I your post game for today?" I was like, "Travis, I don't think you did anything in net today. I think you may have made one or you remember?
Yeah.
He may have made 1 or 2 scoops. That kid loves the camera, loves the mic, and it was just funny because he didn't do anything. Why would I post-game interview him?" And
It was like
he roughed me up a little bit. Yeah.
15 times we pointed out, like, pretty slow day, haven't been many attacks.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, Trav, I can't do that. There's been other people who've done other things, but now West Deptford doing those things, trying to go up the far side, trying to cross towards the middle. Sims comes out of her net a little bit, retracts back in. West Deptford applying the pressure to this defensive line now. Both defensive lines have got a lot of work this game. This one crossed towards the middle. Good hit away by Fallon Shinseki. This one kicked forward, and Sims makes the easy grab.
This is the difference in keepers we've seen. Chestnut was a lot more just get the play shut down as soon as the ball comes close, while Sims is don't take too much initiative, let the play flesh itself out, and then find the perfect time to get the easy roll-up save and move in from there.
So beautiful scenes here at Somerdale, New Jersey as the lights rain down on the beautiful turf. A late Monday night here at the Castle. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubek here in the booth. This one skied over towards Sims. She lets that one trickle by. And again, just a really nice Monday. I mean, fun day at school with Spirit Week coming up. I mean, got a lot of events this week, such as homecoming. We have the football game on Friday. A lot of good. We have a delayed opening on Wednesday, just in case some kids watching at school or that come to school do not know. Delayed opening on Wednesday.
We should have told him it was a normal day. Make him look dumb.
That would be funny.
Come in like, where's everyone?
Where's everyone?
You made this mistake.
You know, that actually happens more commonly than you think
Well,
to a
people
lot
just-
of the kids at school.
People just don't listen.
Yeah. So now West Deptford throw-in here in the second half. About 25 minutes and 50 seconds left to play. Sterling got the first 2 goals of the game off of some Monty magic, but ever since, West Deptford has really climbed their way back. Done a good job showing efforts. Now Karina Justice has the ball at her feet, trying to go back towards Dram. Dram shoots it forward towards Troilo. Troilo cannot make the header. She hits it up again, and now Troilo on the attack. Has some players with her, and that's a nice defensive play once again by West Deptford, really shutting down that middle of the field. Wish I could tell you who that was. Can't really see the number from up here.
On which side?
On West Deptford. The play is relevant now as Byrne ready to go forward. Hit out by West Deptford. Byrne ready to throw this one over towards Troilo. Troilo hits it off her shoulder. Once again hit out by West Deptford.
Don't hit our cords.
So Sterling slowly moving down the field off of these throw-ins. Byrne once again trying to get it towards Troilo. Justice there to help. Troilo trying to put a shot on goal. That one deflected out. Popped up. Controlled by Simpson. Simpson tries to hit it back over towards Byrne. Byrne keeps it in. Hit by West Deptford. West Deptford doing a little give and go and now trying to go up the field. West Deptford. One-on-one here with Rhoda. It's Simcoe. Simcoe takes her time, gets it over. A shot on goal and a nice play by Simpson. Absolutely ridiculous defending there by Simpson. Saves a shot on goal on Maddie Sims. Is now Revatus gets to the ball on the far side and has some time to look and survey the field as she sends one up towards Troilo. Troilo makes a nice touch, has to keep it in front of her, and she does. Trying to get past this defender is Troilo. Troilo has some help in the middle, courtesy of Justice, and a nice takeaway there by West Deptford. That's number 4, Riley Delaney.
On both sides, these are the attacks I love to see. They're quick, they try to find the open gap, and most times they do. Even if it doesn't result in the goal, they still show that the ideas are there and they formulate as you play, which is what you want to see.
So this one trickles out. This position will be awarded to Sterling, and as Max mentioned, I mean, these fast-paced attacks, a great play by Simpson once again. Revatus throws this one, hit off of West Deptford. Oh, excuse me, hit off of Sterling. This substitution comes in here for the Eagles. So it'll be number 14, Talia Thompson, going to throw this one in here. The senior for West Deptford, one of the captains on this girls' team. Going one-on-one against the sophomore Lily Byrne. Byrne winning the matchup against Tomlinson. Now chipping it forward is Troilo. It'll be possession of West Deptford once again. Quick throw in here. Nice play, trying to get it towards the middle. Simpson shoots it deep, looking for Justice. Justice gets it swooped away from her. Now West Deptford regaining control around the 45, passing it back towards that center back. Justice applying the pressure up top. West Deptford trying to go the other way now, trying to generate some offense, but this wall of defensive players for the Lady Knights stands strong. Justice trying to chip it up. And then outside looks like towards Zazada, but now West Deptford going the other way. A lot of back and forth action in this midfield in the past couple of seconds. Good defense by Fallon. Shinseki whistle blows. But play continues here. Byrne, again, one-on-one, doing a great job on that defensive side of the ball. Troilo chips towards Byrne. Byrne trying to chip ahead towards Troilo, and Troilo has it on her feet. Good defense once, doesn't get it, trying to cross it towards the middle towards Justice, and that one goes out of bounds.
I mean, it was a great pass through to Troilo, and she keeps trying to make the run happen. It's a good deflection by West Deptford to halt the play, and another one there. It stays in the same side. But as I was trying to go through, a lot of great defensive efforts. I feel like on both sides. Obviously, Simpson time and time again has halted West Deptford's attack, but that doesn't mean this defensive line for West Deptford hasn't done just as well as a unit against the Sterling attack.
Max makes a couple of great points there. The action gets pushed back towards midfield. There's a big opportunity involving Troilo and Justice. Didn't work in their favor. Shinseki kicking it towards that far side, looking for Molly Hoffaker. Molly Hoffaker. On the far side, that's Zazada. Zazada looking for Justice. Justice trying to get it back towards Zazada. Gives it away to West Deptford. And now Hoffaker's pushed off the ball, and now West Deptford trying to go the other way, kicking it towards the middle. Elise is the first one to it. Simpson clears that one away.
I mean, it's a great option, but I feel like it would have been a lot safer to just kind of let the ball trickle to your keeper, let her scoop it up as Sims tends to do, and then back herself up as a unit, get into the midfield and try to attack from there, instead of passing the play back and just kind of putting yourself in the exact same position you were just in with West Deptford on attack.
So Simpson chips it forward, looking for Justice. Justice trying to push it ahead. Met by West Deptford's defensive line. Justice still applying that pressure. A nice clear away there by McKeever. Still kept in by the Lady Knights. Zazada trying to push it forward, but West Deptford trying to go the other way. Dram makes a nice defensive play, and this one kicked away towards Hoffaker. Hoffaker with a nice touch, trying to push it back up towards Montgomery. Dram one-on-one with the defender here. Trying to weave her way around, gets pressured by a lot of defenders. This one kicked up towards Troilo. Troilo with an opportunity, and she scores! Tony Troilo, the senior on senior night, puts her team up 3-2.
It's a wondrous goal from Troilo. She's been fishing for one all night. It's a nice tap through the keeper, and while it was a great effort from McKeever in the net, you can't do much when the ball goes through you. It's a nice goal. It's one you're going to look back on to make you feel a lot better about your day.
So Tony Troilo with her 4th of the season, 14th point. And just an amazing pass play by Dram, really making some magic happen. Just absolutely ridiculous vision from the Monmouth commit, looking forward towards Tony Troilo. Put a nice little chip shot past the goaltender, making this game 3-2 in Sterling's favor, with about less than 20 minutes to play in the second half.
I don't know if you've seen the clip, but it reminded me a lot of the Lamar Jackson drops the snap, runs around, scores a touchdown somehow. Because that's just the magic Dram makes, whether she's scoring or she's assisting the score, and it works out in her and Troilo's favor. Puts Sterling back up. So you take a look here. Once again, Montgomery Dram just looking around, finds Troilo right there. A good approach by McKeever, but the approach isn't enough. She couldn't get anything on it to kind of chip the ball away, and Tony Troilo gets some more points on her resume for the year.
And just wonderful patience by Troilo as well, really showing the veterancy, as we mentioned senior night over and over again, and just how not to step off sides there. Because that's one of those where you kind of want to get the edge on the defender, and that can really put you in some trouble, but she stayed back and just a ridiculously great play.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the defensive line had kind of surrounded, like swarmed around Dram because they thought she was going to run with it. So it was good awareness to know, well, they think I'm taking this. Let me find Tony on the outside, and it goes in for a goal.
So TNT blows up. She scores one for the Lady Knights. But she takes it once again, pushing past this West Deptford defense, chips it over towards Justice, and Justice puts it wide. So we're going to take another look at what TNT did just a few moments ago as Dram makes an amazing pass to Troilo, sees through that defense, chips it past the goaltender, and almost another big moment. That one would have been for Karina Justice on the attacking side, and that one just goes wide against this West Deptford defense. There she is. Number 7. They call her Wheels. Yeah, number 1 in our Tech Crew hearts. They call her Wheels in her softball name. She definitely puts it on display quite often, as now Lily Byrne has it on the close side. She crosses it towards the middle. Once again finds Justice. Justice colliding on that far side with Zazada. Zazada has to put a shot on goal, doesn't. This one gets out towards Dram. Dram tries to put a shot on goal. And this one trickles out. Justice with an opportunity, and she scores! Justice with her first, and I guess you could say Justice's serve as the Knights take a 4-2 lead over West Deptford.
Justice in a league of her own. What a wonderful play by Karina Justice, being the living proof that Channel 19 isn't just people that can't play. She is the player. She is the one to watch. Puts Sterling up 4-2 off of a bobble from McKeever. Takes great advantage of the situation. Makes it 4-2. Bumps the lead back to a 2 above West Deptford. And obviously emotions running high. The first goal on senior night. It's a huge moment.
So a big moment for Wheels as she captures her first goal, and Justice is served against these Eagles defenses. Man, Sterling has really came on top, and the bobble from McKeever gets the Justice goal. And just what a moment here at the Castle. What a high-spirited night for all these seniors, and definitely a fun match. But there's still time to go, so Sterling definitely has to hold on to this lead. They missed a 2-goal lead earlier, or they lost a 2-goal lead earlier in the game, excuse me. There's about 17 minutes remaining here in this second half.
So does her scoring now rescind my curse from earlier?
Yeah.
Sweet.
As Sims comes out, makes a nice defensive play on the ball. So Sterling and West Deptford, obviously last game they played, West Deptford triumphed 3-2 as this one sent forward towards Troilo once again. Sterling not taking the gas off of this West Deptford team. A big physical play there on Troilo, and that one sent out once again towards Revatus.
Physical or not, it was a great play on the ball. When you take a look at the goal one more time,
wow.
and skied in, bobbled, and then Justice takes the opportunity. It's obvious, albeit a soft touch, but no matter what, the point is scored, and that's what matters.
Definitely a big moment for her. Big moment for myself. I mean, getting to call her goal, obviously. My girlfriend of many, many years. It's a pretty cool moment, if I do say so myself. One of her bigger moments in a Sterling uniform in softball or soccer.
She's committed as well.
Yes, she is.
Right?
Lebanon Valley College. This one kicked towards Sims, and that one in the back of the net for West Deptford. That's an amazing goal. So coming back are the Eagles now. Definitely with some fight left.
It's a Dia Teague.
A Dia Teague.
Wonderful.
What a wonderful shot right there. And just as we were writing them off, they didn't write back. Now it's a 4-3 lead the Lady Knights hold over West Deptford.
That was a gorgeous curve into the net. No one's stopping that. I mean, if we can get a replay on it, you can really see it's a good move. Oh, it's a nice swing on the ball. That's an impressive skill maneuver of a shot to make it go in. And even though you're in the latter half of this second half, that doesn't mean you're out of it. You've got a whole 15 minutes to keep piling on if you're either side. It feels like these are just two cars going 200 miles an hour, storming at each other, and they just keep going at it. It's one of the most entertaining games we've gotten to call all year.
So Teague gets on the board for this West Deptford Eagles offense, and I mean, just a high-powered offense game this game has been. I mean, definitely one of the more fun games to cover this year, and now West Deptford trying to soar back. They are flying in the Sterling defensive zone, chipping it forward. A big opportunity here. Sims comes out to play it, and she clears it away for the Sterling defense. So we're going to take a look at that last goal from the ground camera. Teague, just an absolutely remarkable shot. Lee Simpson was there to close it out, but man, talk about, I mean, what's the saying? I mean, thinning the needle? Or
Threading the needle.
Threading the needle, thank you. I had a moment right there. So talk about threading the needle right there for Teague, as we're just under 15 minutes to play here in this second half. West Deptford down by 1. Sterling goals scored by Montgomery Dram, 2 of them. Tony Troilo and Karina Justice. And West Deptford diversifying a little bit more. The first one scored by Lexi Varela. The second one scored by Ella Simcoe. And that last one scored by Adaya Teague.
Take a look here. Gets a nice pass. Gets sent in shades of Luka Modric. Like prime Modric, what it felt like. It's a nice curve, best Trevela of the shot, and it really works in the favor. That's not something, you don't see many shots get past Sims, but that's when it gets past anybody.
So Simpson chips this one forward. Allison Brown trying to get it towards the Sterling offensive attack here. Sterling definitely has to play some lockdown defense. Vibes are so high on this team, though. West Deptford definitely toning the volume down a little bit, and now they're back on the attack. West Deptford getting it towards the middle. A big opportunity for the Eagles here, and this one cleared away by Sterling once again. So as we mentioned, Sterling can't become too comfortable here against this high-powered offense, and now Montgomery Dram chips it up towards Tony Troilo once again. Troilo, one-on-one with the defender here, tries to put a move, cut inside, and nice defense there by West Deptford. This one's cleared back up towards Shinseki. Shinseki makes a nice touch on the ball, looking towards the close side. Shinseki making another move, getting it back towards Dram. Dram skying it towards the far side, looking for Brown, and she will be called, or excuse me, Byrne, and she will be called offside.
Yeah, it's quite a blatant one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a bit of a misinterpretation as to where the line is. It's pretty set in stone. She just wasn't quite aware. It's one you're going to look back on and go, what was I doing there? Why was I standing?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, result the same. I feel like the defense was doing well enough there to prevent the goal regardless if the shot was going to be on or not.
So now Simpson truck from behind. And she definitely got him there. That was Adaya Teague. And that's one of the more blatant ones we've seen, and Elise Simpson is down in some pain. The last person you want to see, and time has stopped. So Teague with a bit of a dirty shove against Simpson.
Take a look. It's shades of Will Ospreay with the hidden blade.
Yeah.
It's right to the back, straight forearm.
So Simpson's still down in some pain. Our athletic trainer, Sean Klink, taking a look. And if you're on cable, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sterling Channel 19, where we will have commercials, games, and most importantly, those Castle connections featuring our principal, Mr. Claiborne. So make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Sterling Channel 19. So we're back here in the booth. I'm Daniel Leakey, joined by Max Zuback here for this very action-packed Sterling versus West Deptford game on this Monday night, honoring these seniors. And I mean, just offense after offense after offense this game so far.
It's been a shootout. It's been constant back and forth attack, long shots after long balls after great passes through the whole field. It's felt like, and obviously a lot of high impact plays can lead to some high impact results, as we've seen here. And it appears as though maybe she got tripped up on the hit.
So word just came in that the boys soccer team is losing 1-0 against West Deptford.
Did we announcers drink Schmid from different town? Is that what we did? Because it feels like it.
We did just announcers drink, or at least how it feels. We just did announcers drinks.
I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight if that's the case. I mean, I keep failing people with this talk of how good they're doing.
So speaking of the boys, our next TV game will be Wednesday, October 23rd. It'll be boys soccer starting at 4 p.m. It's going to be Sterling versus the Garnets of Haddon Heights. Could be for the division. So that'll be live on Channel 19 and live on youtube.com/SterlingTV19. So one of these seniors that just playmaker isn't even the word to describe what Elise Simpson does. She does so much on and off the field for this team, and I mean, just someone you don't want to see going down in a heap like this.
Yeah, I mean, she has the captain's band.
Yeah.
She's such a good defensive player. As you see her getting up, taking some time, but still up and walking with the resistance.
Yeah, a major limp for Simpson. And I mean, late in the season like this, Max, and just so much playoff opportunity on the line, Simpson going down like this is just something you don't want to see.
I mean, you never want to see it at any point of the season, but especially now, it's a huge impact to the team's composition going into a possible playoff opportunity. And I do believe it's something that, as you know, the managerial, you take it into account as we see the play that led to this. It's a good ball moved in.
I was just about to mention that, Max. That was a rather unnecessary play by Teague there.
Yeah, it
it
felt
really
like,
was.
I think the whole idea was to get around her, but
She just tried and ran right through her, and I think
she wanted to get an edge, and there was a movement by Simpson that she wasn't expecting, and it kind of turned into a truck, and she didn't keep it in, like, adjustment-wise. And I don't think it was a matter of, malicious intent, but it was just, a freak accident. It's not something that you plan on doing. If it is, then that's something you got to look within yourself to talk about. But I think there's no intent behind it other than just trying to get the ball, and it's an unfortunate placement of the two players.
so. The girl with the captain's band, I mean, much more than a captain to the Sterling team, and again, much more than a playmaker as well. It does so much for this Lady Knights team. I mean, in the midfield, especially on the defense. So Sterling has 12 minutes and 48 seconds left to play some shutout defense, and definitely what a gut check. I mean, vibes were so high. Justice scores her first, and now Simpson definitely going down in a heap just was not what any of these girls were expecting after such great moments.
The girls definitely, it's a big difference in mood, but I feel like when you move on from a moment like that, it can't be a matter of you're playing for yourself. You're playing to make sure her performance doesn't go down as a loss in her absence. You play as if she's still there. You keep the energy up, and you keep playing to win as a team for the people that put sacrifices like that out for the squad.
So Shinseki taking her spot in this defensive line. Revedas moves into the center back position with Rhoda. Shinseki now on the close side with Hoffaker on the opposite to her. So Sterling down, one of their major playmakers now with about, again, 12 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second half. West Deptford trying to pounce it on one against Hoffaker, 9 against 9. A big opportunity here for West Deptford, bobbled by Sims. Another opportunity and kicked away by Maddie Sims. Sims stays strong there. West Deptford still trying to get an opportunity going here. This one kicked away by Baker. Baker still going for it, and Dram is going to clear it up towards Troilo. What a save by Sims.
It might be more than a save as this movement keeps going from Troilo. Tony Troilo all alone in her attack. She keeps going. She finds it's going to be 12 Byrne on this wing.
I mean, Byrne now going to take it up on this near sideline. Byrne going one-on-one with Delaney near the flag. Byrne moves her way past Delaney, trying to cross it towards the middle. And that one hit away by West Deptford.
There's phenomenal goalkeeping effort, and then a great play by Baker to clear it back to Dram, who Dram got it to the middle of the field towards Troilo, which has led to such an impressive turnaround quickly. This has been the game dynamic. The play keeps going back and forth, flipping us to who has momentum. It's hard to keep track of who's really in favor to win this whole thing. As we see here, it's a good cross idea, good sliding defensive play. Sims then does it yet again. It's the awareness and the impact she has on these defensive things while in net that leads us to calling her the brick wall, because it's like a moving force.
Yeah.
Constantly.
So things definitely getting a little bit more chippy here. Push comes to shove on the field now between these two teams. Is now cutting through the middle is West Deptford. The pass towards the middle. West Deptford trying to capitalize a shot taken towards Sims, and Sims makes the easy save.
There's definitely some more emotions running high. You see a teammate go down like that. It's not something you want to see. But I feel like if you don't have your composure, there's nothing but inevitability to let up some more points. As you're not focusing on the game, you're focusing on the internal. Keep stuff, keep the main thing, keep the win in front. That's what you got to do.
Is that a Jalen Hurts reference right there?
It's just a phrase now.
Yeah, it really is. So now pushing forward are the Lady Knights. Again, as Max said, trying to keep the main thing, keep winning. That's that top priority. As we just are now under 10 minutes left officially in this second half. Sterling holds the 4-3 lead over the West Deptford Eagles. Doing a good job of really pushing past the defensive line and really finally finishing the ball for one of the first times we've seen this year at Sterling Channel 19, where they've really capitalized on the opportunities they've been given. Coming up after the game and shortly after the senior ceremony, we will be post-game interviewing all of the seniors, or at least as much of them as we can get, as Simpson's injury may limit the interview. But nevertheless, we're going to get as many of them as we possibly can. Do a little post-game show with them.
Just interview me. I'll be her. I'll be Simpson.
You want to go? Well, you'd be. Yeah, you're the PA guy. Max is going to get a little PA stint while I do, or before I do my post-game interview. So
yeah, just put Simpson last. I'll run down.
Max having a pretty great PA announcer voice, so he's gonna kill it for senior night tonight.
I don't want to commit any crimes today.
Shut up, Max. Shut up, Max. So now pushing forward is Lily Byrne. Lily Byrne getting cut off by Delaney. That one trickles out of bounds, and Delaney quick to throw it in here. 8 minutes and 35 seconds left. Fans complaining for a handball there, that she grabbed it a little too quickly before it came out. Shinseki one-on-one on this far side. Great clear by Revatus, and this one chipped forward by West Deptford. Rhoda with a nice header, pushing forward towards Byrne. Byrne weaves her way across, and now is going to clear up towards Troilo, but Troilo gets cut off, and that one gets out on West Deptford.
Yeah, I think I understand the call for handball, but I don't think it was a matter of grabbing it too early. I think it was a matter of grabbing it before the ref could really determine who had the ball. It was just a matter of take advantage while the ref can't really call it. Keep the ball in your possession, because that's the best chances you're going to get are things like that, where it's spur of the moment.
So West Deptford really attacking this near side where Fallon Shinseki resides. Shinseki, normally a midfielder, played a little bit of defense at the start of the season, but moved back to her natural position after a few games. And unfortunately, the boys fell to West Deptford at a final score of 1-0. So much lower scoring than this game here at the Castle. The boys and Haddon Heights game is now, the dynamic has definitely shifted. They may have to they definitely have to win that game now to win it. It's going to be depending on if they win, will it impact anything. But now, West Deptford going the other way. Great play there by Revatus to hit that one out.
And to my knowledge, I thought that Heights was a little on the lower side of the table when it came to comparison to West Deptford.
We lost to them earlier in the season. Sterling, the boys team, similarly to the girls team, has been battling a lot of injuries throughout the season. Minor ones, but definitely major enough to cause some of these games to go the other way.
No matter the injury, if you're losing that on time, you're losing that on time. That's important.
Yeah, exactly. Just like the Lady Knights are missing out on one of their big players, Elise Simpson, at the moment. Not sure where she is on the sideline anymore. I think she's still getting nursed by Mr. Klink. As Revatus is going to kick this one away towards Troilo. Troilo, the only attacker applying pressure at the moment. Lily Byrne doing the same. Steps up and takes down, looks like number 14, Talia Tomlinson. It's been a good matchup watching both of those girls play against each other throughout the game. So we're about 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the second half.
Something we've learned, though, is you can't take, a lack of time as really anything when it comes to West Deptford, as they've already scored with seconds remaining once in this game. It's possible they do it again.
And now a pop-up caught by Maddie Sims.
I thought that was going for 3 points.
So the pop-up quickly caught by Sims, trying to get everything out of harm's way, as Sims is going to sky this one towards the middle, looking for Tony Troilo. Troilo has the opportunity to make a play on the ball. This one kicked out by Delaney. West Deptford chipping it forward. Shinseki deflects off Shinseki, and now West Deptford's going to go the other way. So a little bit of confusion causes West Deptford to push forward, and now they got a bit of a 2-on-1 here as the whistle blows, and West Deptford called for offsides.
I mean, let's take a look here. Yeah, no, it's. I feel like a drone might be necessary, but it looked like it was definitely a case to be made for offsides. Well, can't get that.
It's a little bit past the drone's bedtime.
It's well past
my
bedtime too. I'm a little sleepy.
So the drone is down at the moment, so only got the stuff on the ground with about 5 minutes left. I can't believe the drone couldn't catch the end of this game, because, man, it's missed a lot. But nevertheless, with about 5 minutes left to play in this second half, Sterling trying to hang on to this lead. West Deptford yet to have a lead in this game. Sterling went up 2-0, then West Deptford tied it, and then Sterling went up 4-2, and West Deptford got yet another goal. And you should go follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19, where we will have live updates of all the games and all the fun things happening around Sterling. So make sure you go follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19. So Baker ready to throw this one away here for the Lady Knights. A big throw, looking for Justice. Hit out by Delaney. Time is ticking down here for the West Deptford Eagles. They got to try and get one on the board to tie before this game comes to a close. Again, chipped up towards Justice. Justice can't get the right touch on it. Has to go one-on-one here with Delaney. That one looks like it hit off Delaney. That one I thought went out of bounds, but looks like West Deptford kept it in. Now they're going the other way. As Baker makes a nice, that Strand makes a nice closeout play and turns it the other way here for the Lady Knights. Trying to go one-on-one with a couple defenders here, and that one kind of plays a little bit of pinball and kicked up towards Baker. Strand turns it around, trying to go one-on-one with the defender, and that's a nice play there. Good tackle, but the whistle blows.
Let's take a look here.
That tackle was on Varela.
It's good kind of. Yeah, I think the play was meant for the ball, but just doesn't quite get the extension to get there. It's a fair foul.
So now, Sobieski ready to get this one away here for West Deptford. That one hits off of Shinseki. West Deptford still trying to push towards the Sterling offensive zone. Now creeping in is Justice, trying to play defense. This one kicked towards Sims, and an easy collection for the keeper.
She hasn't had many difficult saves to make, outside of the one crazy curve goal that no one was going to save. But I think outside of that, it's been the defense has kind of whittled down the attack to just kind of light rolling shots that have been quick collections for Sims most of the second half.
So about 3 minutes left to play here in the second half. Sims has been exceptionally great in goalkeeping in the second half, where she entered for the senior Kara Chestnut. Baker tries to take it up, looking for an outlet, gets it over towards Harmon. Harmon sends it deep, hits off of Delaney, goes back to Baker. Baker trying to send it forward for Tony Troilo, it seems. That one hit away once again. Hits off of Baker and now finds the feet of Justice. Justice trying to chip it forward, but cannot. And now West Deptford looking to go the other way. Pressure applied by Harmon. This one sent forward. Shinseki in a foot race here. As Sims has an outlet, she's just going to smartly clear that one away. For a West Deptford throw with about 2 minutes and 23 seconds left to play.
I feel like it's definitely the right move to try and waste as much time as you can, keeping the ball out of play for Sterling.
So pressure applied to the outside. It looks like here comes a corner kick here for the West Deptford Eagles. So a big set piece opportunity as time is whittling down with a bit. We're just approaching 2 minutes left to play here and just going past it right now. So we're just under 2 minutes. West Deptford, a huge opportunity here against Sterling. 4-3 is the score. West Deptford needs one to tie to send this one to overtime. A set piece coming here for the Eagles. Justice creeps in. This one sent towards the middle, and that one cleared away by Justice. And a team play by the Lady Knights to clear that one away. This one popped up, seeping past the Sterling defensive line. A big opportunity for West Deptford, and that one grabbed by Maddie Sims.
I mean, it's a solid corner that's not going to really get you anywhere, just where the placement was. And then Sims goes up for it. Really the most, effort you had to put into a save thus far. And I feel like that's kind of the issues West Deptford have been having, is when the shots aren't out of nowhere. Maddie Sims can expect anything when it's a bit of a contrast to where the first keeper in for the first half, Chestnut, was a lot more.
And this one hit towards and they score! West Deptford gets one in the dying moments of this second half. And just a big goal for West Deptford as Sterling gives up yet another 2-goal lead to make this one 4-4.
Oops, I did it again.
You did it again.
And I really, honestly, just mute me for the rest at this point.
So Teague putting West Deptford on the board once again with literally 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining in this one.
I mean, it's a really good goal regardless. Gets out in front of the line.
Wow.
Good tap in. Yeah.
So Teague, the killer for the Lady Knights on their senior night, playing spoiler here in this second half, 4-4. the score. And what a moment in this game where Teague really broke the seal between these two teams once. Tony Troilo sending in towards McKeever. As McKeever chips it forward, looking for yet again another West Deptford goal. 4 goals apiece between these two teams. Nothing short of action. Whistle blows. Now Sterling's going to have a free kick opportunity here. This one kicked up. Trying to take a look on who's going to take it. And that's Elise Simpson back on the field here for the Lady Knights. I actually didn't even see her check in. So definitely nursed up the knee quite quickly. And Simpson's back in the game here for the Lady Knights. She raises the arm, ready to send this one in. Chips it forward. Looking towards the net. A big opportunity, but a nice catch there by McKeever.
I mean, take a look at this free kick, though. You've got a nice hit from Simpson. It's just kind of right where the keeper is meant to be. It's a good prediction as to where it'll land from McKeever.
And now breaking through is West Deptford. Maddie Sims coming out to challenge. Only a few seconds left. The move is made. A big opportunity for West Deptford. And Sterling clears it away as the clock hits double zeros. And holy cow, what an opportunity for West Deptford.
It's a great run. It was a bit of a preemptive decision by Sims to go for it, but she knew she had the defensive support. It was a good idea, and I feel like that was definitely the most dangerous attack all night from West Deptford.
So the viewers at home, the blood pressure may be rising just a bit because this game for either side has really been such an amazing game, and this really encapsulates how great this game has been for both of these teams and just how close it's been. As we're going to cut to break, it's going to be overtime here at the Castle, senior night on this beautiful Monday night. We'll be right back at you after this commercial break.
Oh my God, what a loser. He's so annoying.
Looking at the story, you'll know by the story the first few lines. We're talking about that paragraph again in the story.
You know what? I'm done. That's it, Teach. I quit. I'm done. You know what? I'm gonna stay in school.
And I mean, action-packed game here between these two rival teams, the West Deptford Eagles and the Sterling Silver Knights, going into overtime at a 4-4 score on senior night for these Lady Knights, and just definitely nothing short of some insane actions. We're going to check out a few of those goals here. The first scored by Montgomery Dram, the junior, getting the Lady Knights on the board to start. Getting a hug from Tony Troilo and a couple of the seniors, and then right after that, Dram cuts back in and scores yet another to put the Lady Knights up 2-0. And I mean, that's when we really thought this game was out of contention for West Deptford Eagles, but no, here they come, and they're flying. Here's a goal scored by Ella Simcoe, tying that one up at 2-2. And then here is the goal scored by Tony Troilo, the senior, getting her first of the night, making this game 3-2. And then her first in a Silver Knights uniform, Karina Justice gets her first goal of the season, first goal of her career, to make this game 4-2. And I mean, that's definitely when us in the booth, we wrote this game off. But West Deptford did not write back. And West Deptford came right back. This was the game that made it 3-4, scored by Teague. And then just a few moments ago, West Deptford struck. And the Eagles clawed the Knights out of the water. And Teague scored her second of the game to put this one into overtime. So nothing short of action here. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak here for overtime action. And I'll explain it real quickly. Overtime, 2 10-minute halves. These two teams will play. It's golden goal, so whoever scores first is the victor. And Max and I were just talking about it. This is probably the best game we've covered all year.
You know, I think this game has, given me my first nickname in this group. I think I'm nicknamed the Curse now.
Yeah, you are the Curse.
I'm the Curse now. It's a burden I guess I have to hold for just talking too highly of players.
When you're you come to learn when you're new into this Sterling Channel 19 thing. I got into it my freshman, sophomore year. Really sat down with Jake and Brian, I'd probably say end of sophomore, early junior year. And you really learn quickly. When you're the new guy, you really get that curse quickly. You just got to learn what to say.
It's rough.
It is rough.
It's like the gods hear me and they're like, oh, you like what they're doing? You like what they're doing? No, we're not doing that.
So unfortunately for everyone at home, we were going to do a few post-game interviews with some of the players, but because of the duration of the game, we cannot. Unfortunately, we would love to get some of these girls on, but this game has lasted long as Ireland Kay barking orders in the middle of that huddle. Still a senior captain, even if she's not on the field. And, I mean, absolute pit in our stomachs right now here at Sterling Channel 19, and probably you guys at home, no matter what team you support, and just how action-packed this game has been, and really just the intensity now on who's going to win.
And I think, obviously, we have, it's a crazy game for us to call, crazy game for people to watch. Imagine the benches of these two squads watching it back and forth, the celebration to the equivalent of just they turn pale. Like, how did this happen? And it's if you look at a score sheet from half to half, one team, Sterling goes up 2-0 in the half, and then it drops down to 2-2. Then they're up 4-2, now it's 4-4.
So just nothing short of action here as we get started overtime here at Sterling Channel 19. As I mentioned, I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak here for this super long night game, senior night, honoring some of these girls. And now West Deptford on the early attack, making their way past Molly Hofbaker. Elise Simpson comes to challenge and does successfully. This one popped up. Hofbaker plays it on a bounce, trying to limit this West Deptford attack as soon as possible. That one kicked out by Hofbaker, and whether or not you're Jennifer DiLorenzo, the head coach of West Deptford, or Jimmy Kay, obviously the head coach of Sterling, this game has definitely been just an absolute amazing one.
Sort of barn burner.
Yeah, that's a perfect term. That's a very hockey term right there. A real barn burner for either of these teams.
You wouldn't know about bar burners.
So now Simpson comes to challenge. Another opportunity here for West Deptford. They put one on net, and that one goes wide.
I was terrified.
That's how these games get you, Max.
I mean, it's been just so high impact each shot. You never know which one's going to go in.
No.
And I feel like that's been kind of exclusive to this game for this year. A lot of them, it's been kind of throughout the midfield, and every now and then you get an attack. But this has been constant back and forth, one attacking zone to the next. It's never taken a break, and I think that's what has made this game such a fun one to cover here in the booth.
So a similar game when Sterling played the Green Wave, where they sent it to overtime and capitalized with a goal by Adriana Zazada. Late in that one, Tony Troilo chipping it forward. She's almost out of gas here late in this one. Sterling looking a little tired to start this one out. Maddie Sims makes the collection. She's going to take her time. About 8 minutes left to play in overtime. Sims sends it deep. Looking for Zazada. That one hit back into the West Deptford offensive zone, and they chip it forward, looking for a little bit of an attack. Sims charges out of the crease. Makes the easy collection. And now Sterling is going to go back on the attack. This one hit off of Taylor Baker. Baker still pushing through, looking towards that far side. Gets a weird chip on the ball, and now Vervatis is going to have to come up and play. She sends it deep, looking for Zazada. Zazada in a foot race on that outside. Zazada trying to put her body in front of it, trying to chip it back in. That one hit out by West Deptford. And Vervatis is going to be the one to throw it in here for Sterling. Hit out once again by West Deptford, so Sterling going to have yet another throw in.
I don't want to say this is like kind of, these have been the dying down periods of the game because there really haven't been any, but the throw-in and then back-to-back throw-in, which we see a lot in this high school level of soccer, it still is something that I feel like has halted the momentum of both teams in crucial moments. Like just then, Sterling had a pretty good attack, and then multiple times they had kicked themselves out of bounds, and it gave West Deptford a couple of chances there, and they're taking advantage of it, it seems like here.
And a big move by West Deptford, trying to cross it towards the middle, blocked by Simpson. Vervatis clears, trying to get it towards midfield where Dram resides. Excuse me. Dram applying pressure from behind. This one kicked forward, a great play there by Hoffaker. Sterling trying to go the other way, chipping it forward towards Troilo. Troilo, with any last gasp that she can get, trying to go the other way, and she's fouled hard.
That is quite the play off the ball. I mean, there's no way that doesn't get called here. Yeah, it's just kind of a blatant shove.
So Tony wears it like a glove. Now Sterling ready to get this free kick going the other way. Simpson raises the right arm, kicks it, gets a really nice kick on the ball there, looking deep for a Sterling player. That one cleared out to the outside. Taylor Baker going one-on-one here with West Deptford. That one kicked up towards Elise Simpson. Simpson trying to move her way around, trying to chip it back in. Falls.
Back on the knee again.
Now there's another West Deptford player down in a heap, and she's definitely down, but Sterling now going the other way. Sterling does have possession. Dram chipping it to the outside. A big opportunity here for the Lady Knights, and easily scooped there by McKeever, and now they're going to address the injured West Deptford player.
It looks pretty rough from what we're seeing. If we can maybe find where this takes place, just kind of see where this is rooting from. Yeah, I mean,
perfect spot.
Comes in, goes for a tackle.
Ooh.
Oh, she just kind of gets taken out at the foot and lands awkwardly from it. It's like maybe.
Yeah, and that's just a really scary sight, and we hope she's okay.
Take a look.
And that's Teague as well, one of these impact players for West Deptford.
Really rough landing there, and just a tussle over the ball, especially this late into a game. It's something you really don't want to see.
It looks like Coach DiLorenzo and Mr. Clank are out there attending.
Take a look. It's a good challenge from Simpson, and then he tries to play back on the ball, get possession, and it just doesn't really get to the ball. Gets to an ankle, and it gets taken down.
Ooh. So Teague down. The castle has gone silent. And you can see our next TV game. It'll be Wednesday, October 23rd, as boys soccer tries to come back from a loss today against West Deptford against the Garnets, starting at 4 p.m. That'll be live on Channel 19 and live on YouTube.com/SterlingTV19. So still nursing the injured ankle, and we're in overtime with about 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to play. Sterling had a 2-0 advantage early in the first half. West Deptford came back, and then as Max said, Sterling then had a 4-2 advantage, and West Deptford came back as well. As I mean, this game has been nothing short of eventful here between these two teams, And I'm Danny Leakin, joined by Max Zuback here in the booth. And I mean, so fun. Senior night, the vibes were high. And I mean, this injury is definitely just not good.
It's been a roller coaster. This whole game
has been a roller
from
coaster.
kickoff to now. It's been from honoring seniors to goal, then another goal, then goals on the other sides. It's been constant,
And I mean, so many bright moments. And I mean, especially the one for Karina Justice, getting her first goal in a Knights uniform, in a sport she's played since she was little. And I mean, such a bright moment. And unfortunately, these moments like this, it just kind of overshadows. And not to say that in a bad way. I'm saying, like, I hope Teague is okay. And these bad moments throughout this game has really kind of put a hinder on the light that has shined for both of these teams, West Deptford and Sterling, who have both done amazing jobs.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the time when you see games like this, you have to look at it from the lens of, like we had looked at it in the pregame, as a very even bout between these two going into it, and that's exactly what it's been. And I think the constant competitiveness from each side is, with some assistance, we see, I think that's Adaya T coming in. Back with a little bit of help as play will resume after a good, immense kind of look at what the situation was.
Yeah.
And I think that going in from here, no matter which team you're playing for,
Personally, I think we're barring any more injuries. We've had a few throughout the game, Elise Simpson, and just a few on playmakers as well. Simpson, Teague. I mean, Teague is 2 on the game. Simpson, an all-conference Division I defender. And it's just stuff you don't want to see, especially in such an action-packed game. It kind of takes down the competitiveness and the vibe of it. But nevertheless, McKeever now going to be ready to kick this one away for West Deptford.
I think both these sides go in with just, you got to keep ourselves in check.
Yeah.
So we don't have things like this happen, as they have had a couple of moments like this in this game.
So with 5 minutes and 39 seconds left, 29 seconds left, McKeever kicks it out, and this is first overtime, so we have another 10-minute half if we cannot decide a winner within these 10 minutes that we have right now. Rota kicking it towards Troilo. This one popped up. Delaney can't handle it. She just hits that one out of bounds. During the timeout, Karina Justice was subbed on for Adriana Zazada, one of the goal scorers in this game for the Lady Knights. Taylor Baker is going to be the one to throw this in for the Lady Knights. As time is ticking away in this first half of overtime, she hits this one over to Tony Troilo. Troilo trying to cross it towards the middle. That one gets hit out.
Is that going to be a corner, or is that going to be a goal kick?
And it's going to be a corner. It's going to be a corner kick for the Lady Knights. A big opportunity for the ladies as they try and get this golden goal.
If I'm thinking about how to take this corner, I say you take it short. You try to build the play. You don't want to try and sky it into the box.
But at the same time, the threat that they have in Elise Simpson in the box, it's such an appealing sight. So Dram raises the arm, ready to kick this one away. She goes far post, looking for someone back there, and that one's knocked away by McKeever.
That's kind of why the point I try to make is you play it short so you can build up to Simpson in the box rather than going from straight off the corner, because we've seen many a time as Dram hits, as we see here, off the kick, it goes more towards the net than it does to the players to support the shot. And it results in the punch-outs like that, which render the set-piece opportunity, not as impactful as it could be.
So now the Lady Knights still on the offense. About 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. Looks like Byrne is on that far side. That one kicked away. It's going to be yet another corner kick awarded here for the Lady Knights. Let's see if the jinx works out in a positive way here for Max, and maybe some of the signals of what you were saying were sent down to the girls. Dram getting ready to take this one for the Lady Knights from the opposite corner. She takes a few steps back, raises the arm, and bombs away. Sends it. Hits off of Simpson. That one cleared away by West Deptford once again. West Deptford doing a great job playing box defense against this Sterling set piece. Now they're going to try and go the other way. Hoffaker. She's on Simcoe. That one hit towards the middle. Shinseki overcommits. That one kicked more towards the middle. And now West Deptford traveling with some open space. Revadis going one-on-one here with Varilla. And she gets battled off the ball. Varilla trying to kick it towards the middle, and a nice save there by Maddie Sims. That one's still in bounds. As now Byrne gets bullied off the ball, and Sims saves the game.
It's a good shot there from Lexi Varela. Already scored in this game. And this is a nice diving save. Really pounces on the ball on that close post. And it's effort like that we see that gives Maddie the stat line that she has. Sims has been incredible in the net this season.
So 2 minutes and 35 seconds left to play in this first half of overtime. Lead has been in Sterling's favor the whole game. A corner kick coming here for West Deptford. So a big opportunity for the Eagles to try and put themselves over the Knights. The arm raises. And here we go. Trying to get it towards the middle, trying to cause some commotion. That one popped up, and Maddie Sims just going to let that one fly by.
I mean, it's a good corner attempt again, but it's not quite there. It's headed up a little too high for something to work out there.
So 2 minutes left in this first half of overtime. This one popped up. Shinseki Kaiser hits it back. Excuse me. Ooh, it's getting late for me here. Hits it back. West Deptford trying to go towards Sims, and Sims makes the easy collection. Sims doing a good job of making these easy saves in this game so far, and she sends it towards midfield. This one hit over Troilo, hit up by Justice. Troilo plays it. She keeps it at her feet. That one taken away by West Deptford. And now Molly Hoffecker has it, trying to move her way past the defense, gets it over towards Shinseki. Shinseki scanning the field, looking towards the near side, gets it over towards Byrne. A nice pass by Shinseki to get it there. Byrne turns away around, has to get a burst of speed somewhere. She's getting closed out by this West Deptford defense. West Deptford doing a good job of clearing that one away. Shinseki gets a weird touch on the ball. She tries to pop it up. That one looks like it hit off the hand of West Deptford. Nevertheless, it still did. So we're nearing the final minute. Yep. Max and I with the same intuition right there. Nearing the final minute here. Byrne throws it in, looking for Troilo. Ball scrambles in the feet of many of these girls. Both teams definitely, I don't want to say lacking, but definitely losing some of the energy that they had at the start of the game. Justice gets it over towards Dram, and that one gets cleared out by West Deptford. Kept in by Byrne. Sends Troilo. Troilo with an opportunity here. Gets tackled by the goalkeeper. And McKeever saving the game. Both of these goalies making some huge saves, and that was a big one.
I thought that might have been offside by a bit of a smidge there. But regardless, still another chance for Troilo.
Troilo doing everything for this offense in this period. Justice also charging in. McKeever once again makes the diving save as we're nearing 10 seconds left in this first half of overtime. Shinseki has it. She has to make a shot on goal. Gets tackled from behind. Shinseki also down in a heap at the end of this first half of overtime. She's hugging the knee with the brace. Getting helped up by Justice. So the Colonial Liberty standings, as we mentioned, the Audubon Green Wave taking the Liberty by storm this year, doing an absolutely amazing job. 7-1 in the conference, 13-2 overall. West Deptford right above Sterling, 4-3-1 in the conference, 10-3-2 overall. Sterling right under West Deptford, 4-3-1 in the conference, 6-6-1 overall. Haddon Township 4-4 in the conference, 9-5-1 overall. Haddonfield 3-4 in the conference, 3-4-1 in the conference, 5-8-2 overall, and the Garnets at the bottom. So our next TV game is Wednesday, October 23rd. It'll be soccer, 4 p.m. Sterling versus Haddon Heights, a potential division clincher for either of those teams, live on Channel 19 and live on youtube.com/SterlingTV19. And we will have Sterling football on Friday for our homecoming game. It'll be the boys going against Haddon Township. That game starting at 6 o'clock here at the Castle. Tomorrow night, we will be recording Mr. Sterling. That'll be fun. Just the event, Mr. Sterling, always a good time.
I've never attended.
Dude, it's so funny. It's really funny because it's just 12 guys making an absolute fool of themselves sometimes, and sometimes that's just the best.
I've been doing that for a decade. I popped out the womb with clown makeup on.
So nevertheless, still here at the Castle, we are awaiting a senior night. Of course, this is the game that goes into double overtime against these two teams with 4 goals each.
We're
But
putting the night into senior night here.
yeah. Sterling experienced, yeah, double overtime last week. Triumphant in that game. Sterling still needs to get this one. This is a big one for them to increase their record above 500 and make their record in the division 7-3-1. Still battling in the playoff spots. And just what a game. What an absolute game we've witnessed here on senior night, this Monday night. We are, Mr. K just made the comment, Max looks exhausted. I can tell you, I'm exhausted here in the booth.
Ooh,
Yeah.
whatever people gotta be. I mean, they're. Yeah,
That's why we're going to be heading out once this game comes to a close. And we have school tomorrow. I have to get up early. Thankfully, not that case on Wednesday, where we have a delayed opening.
Yeah.
But that's not, we're not going to have a post-game show tonight, so I can't talk it over with some of the girls.
We value our sleep schedules here.
Yeah, we do. Sterling TV 19. Hey, Mr. K's an old man. He needs to get his beauty rest. So 10 more minutes of soccer action between these two teams, still looking to find a victor after so much action between these two squads, and yet we have not found the end victor. Shinseki back out after being down towards the end of that first half of overtime.
Now here's something that I look into in the eyes of West Deptford, right? You've constantly, in these moments early in, I guess in this case it'd be overtime is a full 20-minute half, looking at it how you do. They haven't been very good at early on making sure points are not allowed from the Sterling side. And I think Sterling knows that they can get, with just enough effort, into the end zone. It just hasn't. I'm looking at your fantasy football. That's why I said end zone. Into the net. And I feel like it's not that hard as long as they keep their composure, because they had been composed that whole time throughout this first halves. And there's an example right there as they get through the gap.
And Montgomery Graham sending it forward towards Allison Brown. Now on the field for the Lady Knights as a substitution. Brown trying to weave her way through, gets taken away by West Deptford. The Eagles trying to score, strike one more time against the Sterling team. Gets it over to Montgomery Graham. Graham puts a shot on goal, and that's a nice save right there. Another opportunity for Brown, and that's another nice save by McKeever.
That first save was incredible. That second shot attempt just wasn't all there. That probably should have ended the game from Allison Brown. You see there, you got nothing but net, just a little bit of a stumble, and it gives McKeever the pretty simple save.
McKeever staying alive here, but Sterling now has that momentum back. Zazada playing it on that far side, going against a West Deptford defender. Montgomery Graham going one-on-one here on the outside by the 20, trying to kick it towards Troilo. That one kicked away by West Deptford. Simpson going one-on-one here, makes a nice tackle. That one's still in possession of West Deptford nevertheless. West Deptford throwing it forward. Hit out once again by Sterling. So an early opportunity in the second half of this overtime here for the Lady Knights does not go in. Now coming forward is Simpson, playing more of a midfield role now, trying to get her involved in the offense. A nice play there by Dram as she sends it forward towards Troilo. That one hit off of Delaney, but Delaney recovers and sends it back towards Shinseki. Shinseki just kind of skies that one out. Almost hit our crowd mic.
Yeah, that was worrying.
Yeah.
I told them not to hit the cords.
As we see the ball boy, J-Mo K, sporting the pink in honor of the Sterling Spirit Week today. Cami Revadis trying to get to the ball. West Deptford wins the one-on-one matchup. Revadis helps, and she clears that one away. I think she had a little bit more time than she thought she had.
So take a look here. A great attempt on the wing. It just wasn't meant to be. As a little bit of a collision on the side. Denies them of any more movement onto the ball.
So now this one cleared away. That one hits off of Shinseki. This one hit forward towards Sims. Sims plays it on the hop. Keeps that one in front of her. So So Sims skies this one towards center, hops over West Deptford, over towards Troilo. Troilo moves her way around her defender. Delaney trying to keep in step. Troilo pushes it over towards Zazada. Zazada has it on the far side, trying to get it back towards Troilo. Trying to put it in a place where only she can get it. Delaney clears. I don't think she saw McKeever coming in.
Either way, a free throw.
Yeah, free throw coming in here for the Lady Knights. Looks like Zazada is going to throw it for Troilo. Troilo does a nice job controlling it, trying to move her way past Delaney. Gets it over towards Dram. Montgomery Dram shoots it on net, trying to get it towards that outside where Lily Byrne resided. But that one trickles past.
I feel like Dram has had a lot of those chances where she goes from afar and tries to make it work from a long distance. I feel like there needs to be some more, value taken in the short opportunities when Dram has possession and needs to go for a pass.
This one charged by Revadis. Revadis has to get back on defense, helped by Simpson, and Simpson's going to sky it back in the offensive zone for the Lady Knights. Fallon Shinseki comes in, takes charge. Fallon Shinseki getting towards the outside, looking to cross this one towards the middle, towards Troilo. That one hits off of West Deptford. Sterling still in control here, but West Deptford clears. Dram tries to come up. Dram with a little bit of open room has to try and find a pass, but she moves her way around West Deptford, trying to cross it towards the middle, where there's a lot of blue, not a lot of white. Sterling ready to go the other way.
It was a great opportunity, but it just wasn't all there as they didn't really have the pace to keep up.
There's a foul called on West Deptford. That one called on number 20, Emmy Federico.
Oh, yeah. That's a bit of a charge with the leg.
So the crowd's in it with about 5 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in this game. Simpson ready to kick this one away. She left in the later half of the second half with a bit of a knee injury. This one hit past Troilo. Troilo trying to recover. West Deptford's going to take it the other way. That one just hit a little bit too hard, so now Sterling looking to go into their offensive zone. Hit out once again by West Deptford. Hoffaker throws it in, gets it past Delaney. Hits it up towards what looks like Allison Brown. It's going to be resulted in a goal kick here for McKeever.
There have been a lot of instances, I feel like, where there have been shots on goal, but McKeever has been able to kind of predict where the shot's going to go. Most of these opportunities, besides, of course, the 4 that's gone in. But a couple of those have been just from, off of rebounds or saves. A couple have just been good extra passes. When it goes for these long shots that Sterling has tended to favor in these overtime periods we've seen thus far, they've been trying to go long, especially Dram. It's kind of especially to go for those longer power shots, and it just hasn't really been working out against McKeever.
Shinseki pushes it forward here for the Lady Knights. As we're definitely in the dying moments of this game. This one hit out by West Deptford. Revadis lets that one trickle by. Revadis ready to throw this one in. Nicely touched there by Byrne. Byrne has a couple of outlets taken away by West Deptford, but yet again another Sterling throw-in. Dram trying to push it forward here. Definitely a midfield battle between these two teams now. Shinseki taking charge against West Deptford. A nice pass to the outside. Great play there by Baker. She sends that one back to Rhoda. Dram once again trying to play some pressure defense. Causes a turnover towards Byrne. Byrne pushing it forward towards Zazada. Zazada with a nice touch there. Getting it back towards Dram. Dram twisting, turning, and now going the other way. Dram with a big opportunity here. She slips and falls, and the whistle blows.
Might be giving her a free kick off of that, maybe. It seems like she gets, around the defender, and the defender, just kind of shoves her down from the shoulder. It's a free kick. I think this is going to be Simpson taking it.
So a big opportunity here for the Lady Knights. Once again, Simpson taking this free kick. Raises the arm. Sends this one away here for the Lady Knights. Tries to get to that back post where nobody's home, and it's a bit too hard.
I mean, it's a good idea, but this isn't all there, which I felt like has been a common saying out of me throughout today, where it's just, it's good power, it gets there, but it isn't having, quite the angle or the aim to get where it really needs to be. And I think that's been the main issue on the free kicks and corners.
So with less than 3 minutes remaining for both of these teams looking to get that final goal after scoring 4 apiece. This one chipped forward by West Deptford. Cami Rivadis the first one to it. She clears that one out of harm's way towards our cameraman.
It's a nice pass to Brad, I say.
Yeah. So now a kick towards the middle. A big opportunity here for West Deptford. Blocked by Sterling. Another opportunity. And that one cleared away. Oh my goodness.
It's those type of attacks that scare everyone watching. Even if you're rooting for the team with the pressure, it worries you because of the result that they had gotten there. I feel like that's been, West Deptford hasn't been a matter of pressuring Sterling. It's been trying to make sure they can find just openings off of Sterling mistakes that they cause without much pressure needed, so they can stay in the positions they need to make the attack work.
Sims making the easy grab once again, doing a good job of not letting any mistakes by. It's now a minute and 30 ticking down on the clock. Sterling, West Deptford. What a game these two teams have played. And it would be to Kay's displeasure if this game really ended in a tie after all of this scoring.
You're a scoff from the truck.
I think it was a snore. It was one of the two.
It was a snuff.
The snuff. So this one popped up. Byrne hits it. Simpson tries to chip it forward. West Deptford says it's their ball with about 56 seconds left to play. They got to move with pace. So it hits off of Cami Rivadis. Chip forward. Hit up in the air. If this was a game, there would be penalty kicks after this, but if this was a playoff game, this would go into penalty kicks, but this is regular season with about 30 seconds left to go here in this game.
We've learned never to count West Deptford out, though, in these dying
we
moments.
started to do that, and it kind of bit us in the butt twice. The first 2-goal advantage that Sterling had, and then the second, this one hit out towards Zazada. Zazada playing it back. Has to move it quickly as Byrne. Byrne trying to get it towards the middle. An opportunity here for Simpson. She gets it over. Dram, with the game on her feet, moves to the attacking side. Dram tries to put a shot on goal, and it's wide. She's the one that you want as the buzzer sounds, and that is the last play of the game for both of these teams. A miss by just near inches, and this 4-4 game comes to a close. So we're going to wrap this up here. We're not going to do a post-game interview due to the senior ceremony following the game. Thank you to everyone who tuned in today. Thank you to everyone in the truck, all in the cameras, and Mr. K for helping out. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak, saying so long for today, and as always, go Knights.